Damn.
We have
So now we
fucking
got two
centuries
large
to walk
ones.
with all the short people.
I didn't want to make Simon stand out too much outside of his metal arm, so he's like 5'8", 5'9".
I feel like me and Simon are around the same like size.
I had to one up you on that metal arm. That's why I have a whole metal body.
Yeah. Well, you see, what you had to do is have a whole metal body, and then, like I said, with your background, then you would have one flesh arm.
One flesh arm. Oh my god, that'd be really funny. Oh my god, I'm not doing that. But it'd be really funny.
I kind of love that.
I have your arm.
Yeah.
You have my arm.
Armathy.
It's Armathy.
We swapped. Oh my god.
A
You were
nice little
drawn
yin and
together.
yang there going on.
Yeah. How exquisitely
Yeah.
stupid.
I think he's gonna fit in. I think he's gonna do just fine in our group.
Meeper told me you'd all hate me.
I mean,
No,
you
the
know
first
what?
thing I said to you was, "You're queer. You're fine."
I'm joking. I like everybody. This is a cool group.
I don't think there's a
Thank you.
single person in our friend group who isn't either on the LGBT spectrum or the autism spectrum, or both.
or
So,
yeah, I was about to say, or both.
On my daily vlog series today, the title's going to be "I pretended to be gay to get into a D&D group."
It's perfect. It's so good.
I married a man to get into a D&D group.
I married a man 7 years ago to get into a D&D group.
Truly playing the long con here.
I love that for you.
did I tell you guys
Well-
that last Tuesday's session only like for some reason the first like 20 minutes of the stream where Meeper was doing travel encounters and making her way to the carnival, none of that's there. The first thing that shows up is you doing the Torah reading for the broken family.
Nice. I stole the intro. Hell yeah.
I still can't believe that shit.
It's so funny.
Catherine actually completely called it. The little boy and the mom and the dad were all going to show up right soon after each other.
Completely unrelated too.
Yeah, they all had their own issues. But they all ended up with the same answer.
Meeper, if I give myself alchemist supplies, does that also give my sheet the proficiency for it, or do I need to add that another way?
You'll have to add that on your own. Do
Okay.
it yourself.
Oh, that's going to show up on the stream.
There we go. Got it. I think my character's all done. I think, unless I also get a tool for my background, in which case then it's not done. But I don't think I do.
Just letting you know, Catherine and I are ready to go. We're just eating pizza at the moment, but we're ready.
I also
Okay.
had pizza. Did you guys happen to go to Little Caesars also?
No, we got Jets.
I went to Little Caesars. I have Little Caesars in my fridge right now.
I ordered a medium on DoorDash, but they gave me a large, which is nice.
I don't know of a single Little Caesars in America that doesn't have like the one size. Do you live in America?
Yeah, so I guess DoorDash is the problem, not Little Caesars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they only have one size. I know that in other countries, which there's very few Little Caesars in other countries, but I know in other countries they do have other sizes.
I spent
But
like an hour looking through pizza places because I wanted to get one of those local businesses, the little hole in the wall, support them. But
You should order from ours.
Yeah, Arna.
Who?
We have a pizza shop right by our house that's amazing. They're called Arnes.
They're a gem.
Okay. I will keep that in mind for next time. But I kept looking through DoorDash to see what kind of pizza places were around me, and they all had like you can tell all the 4 and 5 star reviews were like people who were either paid or people who were, do Yelp, and all the 1 star reviews were like it was burnt to shit. The customer service was terrible. Somebody pretended to take my order over the phone. I got there to pick my food up, and they pretended that they didn't have the order. Things like that. Across the board, there were resounding complaints about every local pizza place near me. Even fucking, what is it? Not Tony's. What's it called? Monty's.
Sure.
Monty's, the one by my apartment. I was like, I want Monty's. I'm feeling Monty's. Because last time they gave me a free calzone for something. I don't remember why. I was working at Circle K and they brought me a free calzone because I like hooked them up with like $20 for gas or something. They were like super chill.
Monty's is so fucking good. I went there as a little girl.
But recent reviews have talked about how Monty's has gone downhill as well. $30 for a large pizza.
What about Capone's Dugout?
Never been there.
Really? It's really good.
They're a sports bar, aren't they? Not pizza.
No, they're pizza. They're also a sports bar, but their main thing is pizza.
I should have just got Moe's.
My main issue with pizza lately has been undercooked pizza, like everywhere.
Yes, it's been horrific.
To the point that I now, if I'm ordering it, I'll call them and and not only do I call them right before I place the order. Because if you place the order then call, no one will effing answer. But I'll call them, and if they don't answer, I don't order from that place. But if they answer, I'll tell them, hey, I have an order pulled up. I'm about to click submit. I just wanted to say there's absolutely no rush on this. Take your time. Cook it. I want it well done. I want it fully cooked. Just you take your time with it. There's absolutely no rush on this pizza. I do not mind waiting. All right. And then the pizza does take longer. It takes like a good half hour longer. Don't mind that at all. And it comes and it's cooked properly. That's how I like it. But if I don't do that call, I get a pizza that's you pick it up and half the pizza's coming apart and crap and the shit's all sliding off and
I like a pizza with a slightly burnt cheese on top. It's like nice and brown.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the pepperonis are nice and curled up.
You like an actual properly cooked pizza is what you're describing, just so you know.
I mean, yeah.
That's a good pizza.
I really hate it when people don't have the time to cut through the pizza.
Yeah, when they just kind of like they glide it across without any pressure just to make it look like there's cuts in it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and then you go to take a slice and the whole pizza just rips.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it in just put it in a hydraulic press that has a cutting tool on it.
One time,
one time,
he's dead.
When two nice people accidentally cut each other off, so they both go quiet.
I thought Discord was fucking bugging out.
One time I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut, and I did my phone call thing, but then I also decided, fuck it. I asked them, hey, you know the seasoning you guys put on your breadsticks? Can you just put that on the pizza too? And I had them put their breadstick seasoning all over the top of the pizza, which was pretty bomb.
I have to call. The only time I ever have to call ahead is with Moe's because they have a Coke Freestyle machine and baby wants strawberry Fanta, but the only option on DoorDash is fucking Coke and Diet Coke.
To get it out of the way, because I know I'm gonna go off topic mid session today. Has anyone been paying attention to the pygmy hippo on TikTok?
Yes.
Fuck yeah! I'm so glad. Are you in love with her? Is she your everything?
It's a very cute hippo, but I skip all the videos because I'm getting spammed with them, and it's getting annoying at this point.
That is exactly how I feel.
Can I say
Yeah.
I printed off her picture and hung it up in my cubicle at work.
The video of the guy, like the attendant giving her a bath, and in the background you could see the full grown freaking hippo. God damn, the balls on that guy. Holy
know.
shit.
I know, and
You couldn't pay me to go within
That
5
is-
feet without a wall between us. Like, oh my god.
Her mom is so mild mannered that big hippo, like every time that little thing that is easily 50 pounds already is like jumping into her jaw while she's eating, and she's just sitting there while this dude is bathing the baby. I adore their little family, and yes, they are hanging up in my cubicle now. And my coworker continues to come over and is just like, yeah, that's the only thing getting me through audit season. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It's an adorable hippo, but hippos scare the shit out of me.
They're
They're
regular.
bulletproof. They're bulletproof.
They
Process
are.
this for a
And
second.
they do sweat
bulletproof.
blood. They do sweat blood, which
What's
is pretty
dope?
fucking
Freaking
sick.
crazy.
But they aren't regular hippos. They're pygmy hippos. So they're like kind of tinier.
Elephants are bigger than hippos, but hippos are more, as far as like bulletproofing goes and rating for that, they have a higher bulletproof rating than elephants do. And the fact that they have any bulletproof rating is already crazy. They're bulletproof. I can say
Yeah,
it 5
and
more
they're
times.
they're
nuts.
highly aggressive too. So
Yeah.
they're very territorial.
I would rather go toe to toe with a couple lions than have to fight a fucking hippo.
Valid. Lions have less bite force per square inch.
There's a 0.1% chance I could survive a lion, but there's a 0. maximum 0 chance I'm
Well,
gonna survive it.
That's only if the lion attacks. The only way a
Hippos
lion would.
can't climb the trees.
The only reason a lion would attack is if you made sudden movements or if it was really, really hungry.
Are the furries in the group revealing themselves?
I'm not a furry.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
I
No,
can't.
both the
Actually,
furries aren't here.
Not both.
Oh,
there are
right.
like
There's 3 now.
Yeah, I was like, there's so many of us. What are you talking about?
What? You?
Oh shit. We snow.
Respectfully
shall.
to Eric, I'm so glad that you haven't met Eric.
But yes, if you met Eric, then we probably would never speak again.
Are we talking about me meeting Eric?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Eric though. He's so
He's
interesting.
You loved Eric because you met him when you were not who you are now. As soon as like as soon as he
That's not to say
As soon
Eric
as
is
he-
transphobic. Eric is just
No.
a wildly over-sexual person, and he will pry and pry
Yes.
and pry.
and
Mm.
he has made every person presenting male or with a penis uncomfortable. Everybody that I know.
No.
Me.
No,
Thank
he's
you.
still anytime I talk to him, because Brendan and I both reach out to him for art stuff, because it's just kind of the nature of the art Brandon does. And so anytime he still makes those kinds of jokes and stuff, and we're both just like, okay, Eric, thank you very much. But it is
That's the
funny to
attitude
just
you kind of have to have with Eric.
Oh,
Because
100%.
Are we saying that Eric really likes penises? Is that what we're saying?
Eric
Oh,
is the-
100%.
Eric is the gayest dude I've ever met, and I've
He's
had
very
sex with
pushy.
him. I've had sex with him, and he's still gayer.
Have you actually had sex with him, or are we just saying that for a joke?
I have.
No, he has.
Okay.
I love that you're the one that said no he has. Not Tommy. You.
I'll tell
Oh
Cassie
no,
everything.
because I know of a certain story.
Cassie's my best friend. I tell her everything.
I'm trying to think if there's any
Anyways.
random bullshit to get out before we start this today.
Oh, I've been streaming for like 15 minutes now.
I mean, that's not what I care about. I just don't want to have cream of mushroom pop up like last time, or the random roommate
Well,
thing.
you-
I don't. It's gonna happen, but I want to try to avoid it. I want to seem somewhat sensible when I first meet a person.
You want to try and put
Okay.
that door back on the hinge before we start.
Yeah. You don't
It's
need
all-
to know
it's
how
all good.
unhinged this fucking person is yet.
You're all interviewing me. I'm not interviewing you.
We're all trying to make a good first impression.
I have a life update.
Life update.
Life update. I quit vaping and now I do like nicotine gum to try to quit.
Ooh, yucky.
And so far
nice.
it's been working.
How's that
I
feel?
actually
Good for you.
it's actually
Awesome.
been great.
Congratulations.
Because before, when I tried to go cold turkey, and I did, I was back at it in 6 months. But this time, I don't even like the gum makes it so that I don't even want my vape, and it's great. I fucking love it.
Is it better for the withdrawals, or is it better for the oral fixation, or does it kind of like fix both?
So a little bit. It's mostly the cravings. I have another thing to deal with the oral fixation. And
It's my cock.
Yeah,
I was about to
Jesus.
say it's cock. It's 100%.
I wish I could just
But,
fucking stop.
That's what I
dude,
did.
gum.
It sucked.
Gum. Like if you're like me and you can't just stop, then fucking get gum. It's actually working for me and it's crazy.
Just never start forehead.
And we
Me,
go
You know
Meeper, can I
what?
pull?
Not all of us have spent 99% of our lives inside a house.
Let me go
so-
back in time and just slap that pack of Newports out of my hands.
You are the reason that I have a nicotine addiction.
Let me
by
go
the
back
way,
in
Tom.
time and slap that half a pack of Marlboro Reds we smoked on the dock at Ben's house out of our hands and into the ocean.
You remember when we used to smoke cigarellos?
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Well, we smoked Black and Milds, and Black and Milds are meant to be smoked, but
No, cigarellos. Like you used to buy like those blunt cigars, but not use them for blunts.
Yeah. For me, it was because I was addicted to nicotine.
All these cigarette
I just
words
wanted
could
to look
easily
cool.
be like D&D terms. They could all be like D&D spells or something.
Oh, 100%.
I cast Cigarello.
I cast Black and
Cream
Mild.
of mushroom.
Cream of mushroom.
Meeper, could I speak to you in another VC for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, character
I
secrets.
see how it is.
He hates us. He's
Hates
leaving.
us. He's not
He's like,
leaving.
all of them suck.
Do this. I wouldn't be able to do this.
You think I can tolerate this?
This, they've already made furry jokes, gay jokes, sexual innuendos, and they're talking about addictions. I can't do it. And they brought up the fucking pygmy. They brought up the damn hippo from TikTok. I haven't been able to get away from it. I'm done.
Wait until he finds out we're polyamorous.
Oh my god. Tommy, if it ever makes you feel any better, the only reason I quit is because quit vaping was because I went to my doctor to start tea, and they said your blood pressure's too high. We can't give it to you unless you can confirm that you have something like you can lower your blood pressure or go on medication. And I was like, "Oh,
Yes, same. I'm quitting because I'm scared that I'll lose my hormones because they won't.
oh yeah."
prescribe
They
them.
said they said they
Okay.
won't do surgery on me if I don't quit at least a year beforehand.
See,
Yep. So
that's like a
There's
good
that.
driving force to quit.
how about the fact that you want to live longer? That's a good driving force to quit.
Hey Tommy, do you get winded going upstairs?
No.
I do.
How do you? What the fuck? You are such a liar. I get winded going upstairs,
Cassie.
and like I've been living in a three-story home.
Cassie and Catherine, did I get winded going up all three flights of stairs up to Morgan's apartment?
No, but you were working at the time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now, if you tried that, you would be out of breath.
Well, not to mention my knee is broken.
Okay.
Yeah, now we need to get Tommy up here just to make him walk up the steps again and see what happens.
If your knee was in perfect condition right now, but everything else was the same, you would have a hard time going up the stairs.
By the way,
I'm sorry.
as we're coming into the holiday season, and Tommy's
Christmas
losing
is
his
on
last
my
bit of freedom and stuff like that before he has to go back to work, we should have another in-person hangout at some point.
I go back to
there's a
work.
very specific session that I will want to do in person, but we're not quite
I
there
want to do in
yet.
person D&D.
Where do you all live?
Florida.
Oh,
We're the Florida
Well,
people.
Where are you?
Florida.
Washington.
That's
You're-
close.
Oh, you live in the dream. You live the dream.
Yeah, I
The
know.
liberal
We
state.
live in fucking
Trans
fucking
trans
Redville.
medicine is covered under state health care.
I fucking hate you. I hate
Hey,
you.
Go fuck
I'm having to
yourself.
switch my provider because of
Do we-
this.
You
Did
get
we kick him out? I have to go
you
to
get-
Michigan now to get my fucking
you
medication.
get
Did we kick him?
hormones, top and bottom surgeries are covered.
No.
Therapy's covered.
Get him out of here.
They-
Stop it.
they-
Stop it.
If you
I
if
have
you get
to
a
say,
note, if
Just
you get
marry him so that you can get a visa to live.
if you
there.
threaten suicide and you get special notes, you also can get facial feminization, vocal cord, bunch of other stuff.
Shut up.
I hate you. I hate you so
Actually
much.
making me kind of upset.
I hate
I apologize
you so
for
much,
actually
and
making you upset.
I mean this in the nicest way possible because I feel like I've played with you before, but I can't remember, and I just met
Have you?
I don't know. Probably. I know Pineapple.
I know Pineapple too, but only from Lethal Company.
Same.
We have no message history. I don't think I've played with you.
I don't message anybody.
I'm very
Except that.
particular about who I play with usually.
You message
Fair
me.
enough.
You message me your art updates.
Yeah, I messaged you and accidentally
It's
sent
Robo.
the cum enlightenment.
Come enlightenment.
Didn't you post that in Pelagang?
No, I sent that to you. Because it was about the tooth.
and I DM leaked it to the out of context channel.
Yeah.
Sterling Archer.
Ooh. That's an RT.
We have been looking. Whenever we move, we are going to go West Coast. We were looking at California because we found out that it's not as expensive as you think it is. Because we have people that have like gone out there now and they're like, no, like it is expensive, but they pay you, so it kind of evens out.
I've already got plans
well,
to leave the state.
The crime is the main reason not to go to California.
It's not as bad as you think it is. Like my friend who I work with, she is a Palestinian woman who was in hijab the whole time, walking around on her own in downtown Hollywood. No one said a thing to her. She went to San Francisco. No one said a fucking thing to her.
California is pretty liberal.
Minus, making homelessness illegal, but
Yeah.
that's the only
They
ass
should
thing.
make gnomelessness illegal.
Meeper, the thing we were talking about earlier, could I have had the thing that you had offered me and still gotten the shield thing on the other hand?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just adding the stuff to the sheet right now. That's why I'm asking.
State mandated house gnomes. They don't have to do anything, they just have to be there.
Yeah.
Tommy, you say a lot of things.
Well, Meeper said making gnomelessness illegal. So it's illegal not to have a gnome. That's what she implied.
Yeah.
So a state mandated gnome in every house. I just didn't want to interrupt anybody to say that.
Are y'all doing weight and coin weight and stuff like that?
Not really. I just do it on if it sounds stupid for you to carry, you just can't do it.
Okay.
I wish I'd take a
But
tree.
also,
My
you
cleric,
don't really
my
do-
cleric, my cleric carries an 8-foot crucifix everywhere that he goes.
No, it's Jesus.
He's the fucking penitent one from Blasphemous.
Are you referencing Trigun?
The Bible, maybe?
Yeah, I was like,
actual
that's
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, dude.
My brain automatically went to Trigun because there's a character who uses a gun shaped like a giant crucifix as a weapon.
Dracula Mihawk is also he's got the giant black blade.
You have no idea what you've just done.
I'm fully caught up.
Me too.
I mean, well, I shouldn't say fully. I'm maybe like a couple episodes behind, but I'm just waiting for a couple to come out, and then I'll burn
Is this
through
a
them.
One Piece thing?
Yes.
Is this a One Piece thing?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, You
So
guys
odd.
can go somewhere else. You guys can
Yeah.
go somewhere else.
Exit.
I'm not
Exit.
talking about. I'm not gonna talk about One Piece. I'm dropping it. I'm good.
Okay. Well, you.
I don't push my sick affliction on others.
Thank you.
I
Comedy does it.
no. Okay, I will occasionally bring it up as a meme that you should watch it, but I never like, hey, seriously, watch One Piece.
I do want to mention
Well,
that
you
you
do that
say
about
this
Final
as if
Fantasy.
I don't. Yeah, I was like, I literally have a notification in my phone to go off every month for you to remind me about Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, you played Final Fantasy 14 already, so you can delete that.
Have you
I
seen
know
all the
you never let me finish it.
Simon? Have you watched all the big like Shonen Jump animes like One Piece, Naruto,
I used to watch.
DBZ?
I used to watch Naruto. I stopped caring about it after they just retconned so many things and just turned it into an incomprehensible mess. I watched Bleach up to the end where Ichigo loses his powers for the first time. And
Okay.
I used to be massively into Dragon Ball. I read back in 2018. I read the manga front to back, and I watched all of Dragon Ball Super. But now, anytime anybody brings up Dragon Ball, I just get a headache. And the internet is so saturated with power scalers and shit posters and rage baiters, it just drives me insane. I'm distancing myself from it entirely.
Have you ever heard of Katekyo Hitman Reborn?
Yes, I've heard of it, but I have not read it or watched it.
Well, it's sort of the forgotten Shonen Jump. It's up there with DBZ and Bleach and Naruto.
That's the one with the baby
One
in the top
Piece.
hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
It's the forgotten one because it never came. It was never dubbed. So it's sort of everyone moved on and no one really remembers it. But it's a not only is it a good show, it's a long fucking show. It's like 8 seasons.
One Piece is like my currently staying with it,
Mm.
and Jujutsu Kaisen is it's so close to the end that I caught up on it in a matter of days, and I'm just reading the spoilers, the chapter leaks.
Fairy Tail's coming back.
I heard about that. I liked Fairy Tail initially when it came out, and it just
But then it had no direction at all. It didn't make any sense.
yeah.
Yep. That was the first anime I ever watched, and I was like,
That's a bad introductory anime.
I was 10 at the time. It was definitely not a solid choice for me, but
Do you like Hellsing?
Watched it a very, 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 very long time ago. But yes, I did like it when I watched it.
Hellsing is how a vampire anime should be. How vampire media should be. It's so good.
D. Gray Man, Blue Exorcist.
Oh my god, you know about D. Gray Man? I haven't heard anybody talk about that ever.
D. Gray Man's coming back too in like 2 years,
I did
apparently.
hear about that. I'm very excited for that.
He's got a freaking golden snitch looking thing with him all the time. I have to rewatch it probably. Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood.
Me and Cassie send each other Nina Tucker memes constantly.
Shaman King.
Oh yeah, I used to like Shaman King when I was a kid. I tried reading it last year and it didn't spark that same joy.
That's also coming back again.
That's already back and it's not great.
It's funny how many though like old like super like kind of lesser known animes I've seen that's like, oh wait, that's now being brought back again.
They also remade Digimon Adventure for the people who are nostalgic, but they didn't do it well enough. And the people
Did they ever finish Digimon Try?
They did. Digimon Adventure. Oh, did they ever get a new season after that cliffhanger? No.
Digimon Try. I watched it. They formed the big dude. They fought the dude, and then it had like 3 episodes. The show I'm thinking of, unless I just haven't checked in a long time. But
are you talking about with
It's where it's all the original kids, but they're old. They're grown up.
Oh.
They're like yeah, and
I know what you're talking about, but I don't actually remember seeing that.
And like they haven't had any sort of Digimon related adventures like in years, but then suddenly bad Digimon stuff starts happening around their city, and literally everyone's helpless except them because they have Digimon. So they pull out their little things and they get their Digimon out, and they're the only ones that are able to do anything. And I think there's a funny part where Greymon's like, oh hey Ty, I haven't seen you in like 4 years or something like that. But yeah, and it's just Digimon, but in the real world, and they're all really old.
My favorite Digimon series is Digimon Tamers because it's made by the same people who made Serial Experiments Lane. It's got the same art director and everything. It's got very dark and adult themes, but also it's still a kids show at heart, so it's like family friendly.
I watched the original Digimon when I was a kid, and then I watched the one with the eggs when I was a kid, the little Digivolve stones or whatever. And then when I was older, I watched the original series again, and that's it. Oh, we got music playing. The game's starting.
You and me are gonna be good friends.
All right. Yeah, is everyone ready? I know Brandon's still on his way home or something. He's still out.
Yeah, he's
Might
out.
be late.
He gets off at 9:30.
I see. Yeah. So you won't worry too much about that. All right. So for you, Defender, I'll do a recap of the last session, but as for like the year of context, you'll just figure it out through context clues or just ask in character. So yes, last time you all had defeated the prisoner you helped escape, Petillent. After killing him, you opted to look through his stuff, where you found a scroll of Speak with Dead, as well as a fancy set of magic gloves for Yen. When you were talking with Papillion, you learned kind of his motives, like why he did it, seemingly getting the money to send to his nomadic group of open hand monks, as well as the fact that he got a contract from somebody going by the alias Mr. Black. From there, you wrapped up his body to bring it back to the drow outpost of Viledeep, and continued on your way back. Oh, and then at some point, a semi-canon trading event happened with my Out of the Abyss campaign, so that was funny. You got some money for doing an identify spell, and sold some alchemist fire and some boots.
How much money did I get all together, Maper?
I think you got like 75 gold.
Okay. Back in the 800s, baby.
Could you remind me what the gloves were?
Let's see here. They are posted in Homebrew Goodies, the most recent thing.
Awesome, thank you.
Are we just putting me in as being there the whole time, or am I gonna show up at some point somehow?
You'll show up at some point. Somehow.
Okay.
I'll try to make it quick, but
I prefer that.
Yes.
It's all good.
So, you all have returned to the outpost of Viledeep with the body of Papillion in hand. What all do you do?
I'm going to go and fetch Fenestra and let her know that her dark deed is done and that I want my sister back.
All right, so you arrive kind of at the gates to the actual like citadel part of Viledeep itself. You see the two sort of elite guards. They both see you. You have this body-shaped wrapping. They kind of go over to it, unfurl it a bit, see the somewhat broken face of the black cat man, and they wave you through.
All right.
And yeah, they slowly escort you through and up the tower. You see some of the prisoners are in the yard. You see a goblin with like a set of crutches limping along, who kind of sneers at you as you walk by, Simon.
Is it the one whose leg I blew off, or is it the other one who they didn't believe?
It's the one whose leg you shot. You didn't blast it off their body.
I just regard him, like, I give him a side eye and keep walking.
All right. So yeah, you go up to the 5th floor. You look in Manoya's office. You see it is empty, and they send you up to the donjon. There, you see there's another 2 Drow elite guards, as well as Fenestra is kind of near the hole in the wall, looking out of it still, and Manoia is still sat on the lead box. Yeah, and Fenestra's like, well, 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 look at who dragged in the cat.
Very funny. Where's my sister?
Oh, right. Well, first allow me to inspect the body.
Yeah, I make way and kind of do a sarcastic little flourish at the body.
All right. So you place it in front of her. She goes. She kind of unfurls it. She takes a moment. She listens for like a pretty long while for a heartbeat. And then she like uses her nails to like cut at his chest near his heart. And you don't see any like blood coming out or anything like that. And she's like, well done. You see her pull out the sending stone attached to the bell. And she's like, well, be needing this anymore. And she kind of just goes to toss it to the side.
I'm gonna catch it and try not to let the bell ring.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I'm gonna luck point that. Unbelievable. I'm gonna luck point that. There we go.
All right. You see her toss it to the side, and you catch it, and you bring it to you, and you look inside, and there is no bell bearing. And kind of as you're looking it over, you see the metal box slide over to you and kind of unfurl open. And you see Ada kind of plop out. She shakes off a bit, but she seems otherwise unharmed.
I scoop her up. I scoop her up and hug her instantly.
So there was never any real danger? You were fooling us?
Yes, you see us as horrible monsters who kill an innocent girl down on her luck due to her unfortunate brother. And so we played the part to get what we wanted. We have our own rules, our own society. We have our prison. It is what it is, but surely it is just and fair, after all. And she kind of gestures out into the yard. We didn't blow off a goblin's leg for the crime of sneering at us.
I'm gonna take Ada and I'm gonna walk out.
All right.
You're
What about
lucky
the rest of you?
You're lucky I don't burn this place to the ground on my way out.
And Simon cannot catch a break. I feel like there was something that I wanted to do. But I don't remember what it was.
I need to go ahead and look at a shop if possible.
The closest thing that there might be here is, again, there are occasional trader caravans who will rent up a spot here nearby, but like they wouldn't be full-blown shops, so they probably
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do major transactions.
Okay. Would there be, by any chance, a trader caravan around at the moment?
Go and roll a D100. Uh, yes, you look, you see, that there, you see like a two deep growth set up to a fairly large looking caravan, like it, has like a door and everything attached to it. Seems kind of fancy.
I'll be back. I gotta
All
make
right.
tinkles.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and walk up and start perusing. See if I see anything of interest.
All right. Yeah, so like most of the things at the caravan are in parcels and stuff, so you can't really see much. The closest thing you can see is there are some like odd trinkets and bits and bobs hanging off the side, if only to make space. Like you see, there's like some like surface fruits and stuff hanging off the side. Some old like almost like spirit catcher charms and stuff like that. Uh, and you're kind of looking around, and you see a couple of deep gnomes are nearby. You see one's kind of like holding a mug from the uh, nearby inn.
Okay.
And he's like, "You can look, but you can't touch."
I'm gonna go ahead and hold my hands up as if to show I'm not gonna touch, and just ask, have you got anything of interest that I might look at then?
Uh, Depends. I'm not gonna go unpacking everything so that you can take a peek. What are you in the market for?
Weapons, armor, odds and
Uh,
ends like that.
yeah, we got some things like that. You you see the gnome kind of whistle to the other one that isn't currently holding a flagon. Uh, she kind of walks over and she's like, "Yeah, we didn't fully pack this one back up yet since we had to get it checked to be able to check in here. Any type of weapon in particular?"
Just looking at the moment.
All right. Um, yeah, you look, you see that it's just a menagerie of pretty normal weapons and such.
Okay. Anything of note that could be used by anyone else?
Not really. Again, there isn't too much in the way of magic here.
I have returned.
Go piss boy. The only other thing I wanted to ask for was pretty specific, so I don't think they'd have it, but I am going to go ahead and ask if they have any playing cards here.
Playing cards? Okay. Uh, yeah, you ask them. Uh, and she's like, uh, fresh or used?
Either.
Uh, we have a set that we were playing with inside. It might be a little alcohol stained. We'll get you a fresh set. um, and you see her kind of like unlatch the door on the caravan. Uh, and she's like, come in, come in.
I'm going to go in.
All right. Yeah, you go inside. Inside you see quite a few like almost like milk crates and wooden crates around. Most of them are kind of like open topped, easy for carrying. Uh, and she's like, "Yeah, they should be around here somewhere." Uh, and she kind of starts browsing through boxes and such.
While she's doing that, can I just kind of look at the top of the boxes and see if there's anything of note or intrigue?
And while Yen's
Yeah, go
doing,
and make an investigation check.
while Yen's perusing, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic to see if there's anything neat or magically significant in the caravan.
Alrighty. So you you have a higher eye level than this gnomish woman. Like she'll check in some and then slide over a like mostly empty milk crate and step on top of it to look around. But you're looking, and you end up uh, you end up making eye contact with something. It's kind of like in the back behind one of the shelves.
Can I make out what it is?
Sure. Make another investigation check. All right. Yeah, so you squint at it. It does look humanoid, but not white. And as you're kind of like looking at it, you push a couple things aside to see it. You open up some light, but then instead a sort of green light comes from it as its eyes kind of glow, and you start to hear a mechanical sort of whirring. Uh, Defender, you have been in standby for some amount of time now. However, for whatever reason, your sensors kind of kicked on with almost like a nostalgic feeling. As you wake, it begins to fade. But yeah, you're kind of like a little bit claustrophobic. You're behind some shelves, and you see this woman with kind of long, very black hair staring back at you, a little confused as to what's going on.
As soon as I wake up, I am immediately going into a full standing position. I'm full like Baymax, if you can imagine that. Anything around me is getting knocked over. I'm just standing up.
All right.
I'm a little. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. So, Yen, you see whatever this is start moving, and it seems pretty big. The carriage is kind of rattling. The deep gnome's like, whoa, 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 and she kind of like hops out of the carriage.
I'm gonna take a step back and just kind of like hold my hands up and be like, hey, it's okay. You're okay.
All right. Yeah, you have to like take a step back as the shelves fall aside. Eventually, you kind of step out of the carriage, and you see about this 8-foot tall, like humanoid robot, seemingly unarmed. It basically looks like a walking suit of metal with glowing green eyes, kind of put their hand in the doorway as they're ducking under it. And they're just kind of like scanning their surroundings as you hear like more shelves and stuff clatter out. You see like a unopened pack of playing cards fall and bounce out of the carriage onto the ground at your feet.
Can I say really quick, the eyes in that clothing, can we just sort of imagine it's blue?
Okay, yeah, blue.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna bend down to pick up the cards and then look back up and be like, how you doing? What are you? I mean, I don't know how to approach Big Metal Man. Hang on, before I do this, do they look calm? Be not afraid, yeah. Do they look calm? Enough.
After rising to his full height, after I rise to my full height, I'm going to look down at you. I'm going to say, greetings.
I'm going to come up, and I'm going to take my knuckle, and I'm going to, like, knock it like I'm knocking on a door and be like, did Platinum get an upgrade?
He doesn't have eyebrows, but you get this feeling he's kind of squinting at you because he doesn't quite get it. He doesn't get the joke. It goes right over his head.
Friend, are you a friend?
I am not a friend. I am defender. Blessings of Kaio upon you. And he's gonna.
I
he's
have
gonna- when he-
eyebrows, so I'm gonna look confused.
When he says blessings of Kaio upon you, he kind of like flicks his fingers at you, and there's just water that hits you.
I'm gonna just blink rapidly because there's water on my face now. And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna say, what kind of got you into this situation? Why were you in a caravan?
What do I remember?
So yeah, you remember, you, everything happened and you kind of began roaming, the countryside, but like, there really was nothing there, and eventually just kind of the wear and tear got to you, and you just had to enter standby mode to survive. But you have no idea. Like the last thing you remember, there was sunlight, so you are very confused.
I seem to have passed into some sort of state of unconsciousness. I know not where I am. I am Defender, a cleric of Kaio. Pray tell, where am I?
We happen to currently be at a military outpost in the Underdark right now.
Would I know where I was before?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, you just know that you were on the surface.
I've gone from lost to lost again.
Mhm.
Okay. Very well then. Please, who is in need of defending or healing?
I'm gonna kind of look around at our group. Simon probably holding a bird
Simon
made
is-
also of metal.
Simon's again outside
Avery
of the
is
caravan.
not.
Simon is outside of the caravan, ritual casting his detect magic. He doesn't know what's even going on.
Simon's probably doing that. Cressida's probably small and cute and covered in bones, and Avery is brooding. And I'm just gonna look around and be like, I mean, yeah, some more arms are always necessary.
Avery is not around. She's doing something else at the moment.
I have two
Avery
arms.
not around, and then NPC Kratos and be like, that one might need it a little less, but I mean, hell, hands are always necessary. What
So
kind of
you-
defending you looking to do?
I protect
That's
those who
interesting.
I protect those who cannot protect themselves. I heal those in need of healing. All in the name of my. Is it a god or goddess?
you can do
Not
more.
defined.
All in the name of my god, Kaio. He's gonna step down from the wagon, and the wagon's going to rise on its axles like 2 feet or something. Like his weight was putting a lot of strain on that cart. So when he steps
Raises
off
2
it,
feet once you step off.
yeah.
Yeah, you you see the gnome that was drinking the flagon, comes over looking pretty upset, sees you, kind of pauses and reflects and goes, "Well, the Roth will be happy. There's less weight. Uh, come on, Mistrella. I think we got to tidy up a bit. Finish your sail and help me with this." And you see him kind of go inside and kind of start putting his back into trying to lift the shelf up.
I immediately start helping. By the way,
Okay,
I help
yeah.
him pick up everything.
Alphonse
Uh,
Elric asks.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, now you help."
My apologies for disturbing your. And he looks around. Business?
Works well enough for me.
I'm gonna smile and look down to the other person that was there and be like, when he's done with that, can you just tell him that we went back to the tavern and turn to walk away?
Okay, she's like, 1 silver for the deck of cards, please.
Right. And I'm just gonna, like, flip one to her, basically.
Yeah, okay, she takes it, and she pockets it, and she starts helping with the cleanup. Yeah, so the rest of you... Oh, Simon, your detect magic goes off. Yeah, you see that again, the caravan doesn't really have much magical. In fact, the only thing that pops as magical is one of the fruit hanging off of the side.
Ooh. I'm gonna go up to the caravan and try to grab the attention of yonder gnome.
Alright, yeah, you see the female gnome again. She's kind of at the doorway trying to figure out how she can help, but she can't really fit past Defender, who's kind of in the doorway, just like holding up the big old shelf for the gentleman gnome. And she's like, "Oh, did you want something as well?"
Yes, quite a unique fruit you've got there. What is this and how much?
I've been told it's a blip fruit. Uh,
Oh no.
I don't know where they're grown at, but about 5 silver pieces.
5 silver pieces. What does it do? Do you know?
No idea.
Well, I'm never one to turn down a fun accident in happening. And how many silver?
5.
Yeah, I reach into my pouch and I grab 5 silver. And
All right.
I
I don't
grab
remember
the
what
fruit.
it does, but I remember maybe liked one.
I'm
I think maybe liked one.
gonna cast Identify on it very, very quickly when I know the specifics of the fruit.
All right.
But
I assume
also,
are you going to action cast it, or are you going to go into the bar and ritual cast it?
I'm
again?
gonna ritual cast it at the bar. But also, Simon's eyes light up as he sees this hulking piece of machinery there. My goodness, you are magnificent. What's your name? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see you there. I was sort of in my own world.
It is common. It is common enough not to notice the gnomes, and he's going to turn to the gnome to let the gnome introduce himself.
Oh, no, big fellow, I was actually speaking to you. It's not often I see Warforged around here.
He repeats the exact same greeting that he gave before to the person. Just, I am Defender. I defend the yada yada, and he says, praise be to Kaio. It's almost like a recording. He repeats it back exactly as he did before, but to you this time.
Simon's gonna, get all up in his shit, lifting his arms and, not respecting his personal space at all, and, inspecting the complexity of the machinery and,
as you do this, he does the exact same thing back. So as you lift up an arm to look under it, he lifts up one of your arms to look under it, and he's examining you just the exact same way.
Ah, I see you are as... I see the flesh is as unknown to you as the mechanical is to the common folk around here.
No, I just was trying to participate in your strange greeting.
Oh, it's not a greeting. I am examining you.
He's gonna kind of look down at himself and kind of pat himself a little bit. I am operating at 100% efficiency. There is no damage to be found.
It's not out of a necessity. It's more out of curiosity. It's not every day I come across a Warforged, and I would very much like to see your inner workings. And he does this creepy little finger gesture where he kind of wiggles them together.
He's going... Okay, so in response to this, his chest cavity actually opens up, and inside there's a lot of moving parts, but there's also a lot of cylinders with various liquids and whatnot in them, and little compartments, and there's a lot of spinning and whirling and twirling and bubbling, and he reaches in and pulls out a small vial and hands it to you.
Simon is just like, he's absolutely giddy right now. Like he's being a little tsundere about it. Like he pushes his glasses up and he takes the vial. Absolutely fascinating.
It's
You see a
visibly
hamster on a wheel.
it's visibly clear and odorless.
What is this, if you don't mind my asking?
Piss.
It is gin.
Ah,
I have alchemist's tools built into my body as a feature for my class. I hope I'm allowed to make a vial of gin with my alchemist tools. I thought it'd be funny.
Sure. Yeah, I'll say that it is aged.
fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Would you care to join us at the tavern for a drink? I should much like to ask you more questions.
Like
Will there
Simon,
be defending?
Well, if you travel with us, defense is needed. Rest assured. We rarely
Alright.
walk away from an encounter without some bruising and/or death. So,
He's gonna place his hand on your shoulder, and it fully envelops your whole shoulder. Lead the way.
and if you ever need repairs or just routine checkups, and I hold out my middle hand, I am somewhat of an expert in machinery, and I will do my best to help you out.
He's going to take his arm and lift it up, and a blade, a longsword, extends from his hand. And he's going to take it and slice along the length of his other arm, and then collapse the longsword back into itself, and then take his finger and touch the arm that he just sliced along. And you're going to watch the metal sort of remend itself together and reform. And I just wasted a level 1 spell slot for that.
Absolutely marvelous. I simply cannot wait to get to know you better. Thank you for the fruit, by the way, and he gestures to the gnome.
She's
I-
like, yeah.
I'll be taking my leave now, and I head off to the tavern as well.
Alrighty.
And I follow.
Okay. So you all are relaxing, waiting for your final compatriot to arrive before you finally set off from Vile Deep. Avery, what are you doing? You're just kind of around kicking stones?
No, I am on a mission. I
Oh.
want to find Finestra, and I want to ask her everything she knows about Mr. Black.
Okay. So, yeah.
Well,
So you kind of like feign going with your party, but then stick behind and walk back up. You see two of the elite guard have moved Petillent into a more succinct, like, body bag.
I completely ignore them and just keep moving toward Finestra.
Yeah, so Finestra's there, and she's like, "Oh, it's you. Come to waver any more hollow threats?"
No, I don't have any threats, but I do have a grave concern. Before, or I forget, did we get information out of him before or after he died? It was after he died, right?
Yeah, you speak with dead.
I wonder if I should reveal that. Before Petillent had a retroactive abortion, he mentioned to me something about Mr. Black. Is this name familiar to you?
She kind of like mulls it over for a bit, and she's like, not much that I'm aware of. You have to understand that we kept Petillent here for those 30 long years to try and wring information out of him about his motives, but he was very tight-lipped. However, some amount of probing in his mind was done by some of the higher clergy, higher than my ranking even, They were able to garner some information before he was able to shut them out fully, and he was moved here. I think that if you wish to learn anything more of that sort, or about Petillent that he hasn't already told you, you would be best to head to Feranaranzan.
That's the
Assuming that's a city.
that's the settlement to the south of
That's
the
like-
mountains, right?
That is
Here.
this place. That is the Drow capital.
Oh, the one we have circled.
Because that's where we're heading anyways, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I thank her for the sort of guidance, and I also mentioned that I believe Mr. Black is an alias. I don't. Obviously, that's not his real name. At least from what I gathered. If you do learn anything about it, you send word somehow.
She kind of laughs, and she's like, I do wonder how far this little trinket will get you. And you see that she's actually holding that talisman that you all have been carrying around with you for a while, with gold and platinum and such. And she's like, fine, if I learn of anything, send it your way. And she hands it back to you.
Okay.
Fucking
Can
get
I-
your hands on it?
Can I make a Arcana check on it? I want to, or yeah.
I'll let you make a history check.
History check. I currently don't have access to my character.
Why? Are you on...
All I have is party.
Eh.
The only actor I have access to is party.
Figure ownership. Cassie. Default. Changes?
Is the little picture of the folder next to where it says party, is that open or closed?
It's open. Oh, there I am. Thank you. Strange. History. I don't remember this thing doing anything. I remember it just being valuable. What did I roll?
18.
18 total?
Yar.
Okay, so you remember that you were given this by a lead drow priestess, and that it carries some weight among the drow.
Oh, okay. So it's not a okay. For some reason, I thought it was like some sort of cell phone type thing where we could communicate,
No,
but it's
it's
something that'll allow me to speak to higher ups. I understand.
She basically kind of told you that the deal they made with regards to Ada and Papillon and the rest of you not being thrown in jail was entirely because they found this on your persons.
Holy shit! So it's like a get out of jail free card. Okay.
Why didn't we just use it?
I don't know.
My brain just deleted that information.
That's
Yeah,
why I
me
waited
too.
until entirely after you were done here to bring it up ever for you.
Okay,
like-
well. We even sold it. We sold it and we were like, oh, we should get that back.
Yeah,
we
I
sold
know.
it.
I couldn't remember. Did we
didn't
get
s-
it back?
We didn't sell it. We put it up for pawn, and then we went back to Wimsburg and got it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
know,
Yep.
because
Yep.
This thing's important. And we whatever. I stuff it in my bag and I'm like, thank you very much. And then I take my leave.
Okay,
Um,
noted for future reference.
Yeah,
Fuck. I'm so
yeah, Jesus.
stupid.
Yeah, you're like,
We are so
oh, how would we ever get an audience with Petillent? And I'm like, man,
Jesus
it'd be crazy if only you had
Christ.
that kind of sway.
Damn it.
We're so stupid.
We literally
I-
chose to hook Kratos up with the goddamn drow lady before we looked at the damn pendant.
Guys,
I,
we're better than
orchestra-
this.
I orchestrated an insane jailbreak, and Jesus Christ, I almost
Passing out
murdered.
wild faces
I almost
spider.
murdered an innocent goblin and became racist for a minute.
Stupid. Guys, we're so dumb. Oh my god.
I'm gonna step away for a few minutes. Brendan just got home.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I take my leave and try to go find the party.
Yeah, Avery, you're like kind of mentally face palming the entire way back as you're walking. And you enter the Boulder's Throw Away Inn. You know, you see Vestuvius working behind the bar, and you see your party around a table, and the party kind of like looks a little more symmetrical as you see big man Kratos on like one side of the table, and then this really big looking robot guy at the other side, and then Simon is just kind of like meditating with a like green fruit with like pink spikes on it, like a dragon fruit, kind of.
Okay. I see this, and in my mind, I'm just like, oh, Simon built himself another friend, and and I actually go to Vestuvius.
Okay.
I can't remember. Did he say that that was the last time I could? I swear, like the last time I talked to him, he was like, "Well, that's it, no more." Right?
Not really. He just kind of was like, make it quick.
Oh, okay. Um. All right. I like approach the bar, and I like put down 2 gold pieces in front. And like, I was hoping I can get some more information before I leave.
He was like, all right, provided that you're actually leaving.
Yes, I swear. And I'm assuming that we like, do we go anywhere, or are we just at the bar?
Uh, he he's just kind of like cleaning his glass, and he's like, uh, he kind of like glances around, and he doesn't really see any of the like drow around. Uh, so he's like, whatever. Besides, I need to make sure this one. And you see like Beerus, clearly like drunk, half knocked out, his head on the bar, and to make sure this one doesn't break into the tap. I, I'm pretty sure he used his last coin, so I'm not giving him any more.
Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to dump him on you. And I put down like another 3 gold, and I'm like, for Beerus and his. Let's start a tab for him, basically a 3 gold tab, so that. Cause I don't plan on saying goodbye.
I
Just
actually
like
hand Beerus that vial of gin that I was given.
You just kind of slide it next to him, and he like wakes up like if you put like food next to a sleeping dog, and he's just like, "Oh yes."
It's 99% proof. It's fucking rubbing alcohol.
Please
He's
trust
fine.
me,
He's a
Beerus.
dragonborn.
Um, but anyways, like I ask Vesti, I'm like, have you ever heard of somebody going under the alias of Mr. Black?
Yeah, you see Vestuvius scratches the fur that kind of makes up his beard. And he's like, I think I've heard an alias similar to that. Rolled around here a few times. Various different miscreants. But I think the main one I ever heard talking about it was a odd set of folks. Uh, only a few months ago, even. They seem to
And
be. Yeah. No, continue.
so he didn't see Mr. Black himself. He saw people talking about Mr. Black.
Correct.
What did these people look like? Were they young?
Yeah, they're about your age, I'd say.
Okay. Did they look, let's say, damaged?
Some of them did. One had looked like their whole damn jaw was ripped off and replaced by some metal. Another kind of looked like your friend over there. And he points to Simon.
Simon just
See.
looks up. Huh? And he just goes back
Goes
to
back
what
to
he's
staring
doing.
at fruit.
Yeah.
And lastly, any word on where where these young, damaged individuals might have been heading?
I think they were heading eastward. Said, didn't say much about where they were going.
Is Farah Baranzan? I think that's what you said, Farah Baranzan. Is that to the
Mhm.
east?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. I should probably divulge some stuff to the party sometime soon. But I thank Vestuvius, and then I go take a seat with the party and the friend that Simon built for himself because he's lonely.
All right. So, yeah, you walk back to the party. You see Simon staring intently at a fruit uh, until he's like, "Oh, so that's what you are." Uh, and you see that the sort of description you get for it, Simon, says that it is a rare fruit that is somehow native to everywhere and nowhere at once. Uh, it seems to cause odd effects with the weave. Uh,
Oh, that's right. It's wild magic. That's right.
Interesting. This will be a surprise tool for later. Anyway, my friends, I would like you to meet our new companion. Their name is Defender.
He he kind of looks between everybody and just says hello.
And I pull Simon aside and I'm like, is this another one of your homunculi?
No, even I'm not that skilled.
Oh.
Even
Then it appears I've misjudged you.
even to the layman, this is obviously a warforged.
Blessings
I
of
don't know what Warforged.
blessings of Kaio upon you, my sister.
Never in my life have I even seen a
Yeah.
soulforge, much less operated one efficiently enough to build a warforged.
What is this warforged you keep speaking of?
Oh, you?
I'm Defender.
Yes. That is who you are, but as to what you are,
Defender.
I see.
What is this Kaio thing you were talking about?
Kaio is my. It'd be really easy if it was a goddess. Kaio is my god, that which I worship and praise for.
Okay.
I walk my way through life in her name, defending those who cannot protect themselves, healing those who need her divine watery ways.
Don't take this personally, but do constructs need a god?
Warforges are not constructs, just throwing that out there.
Oh, they're not? Oh.
Nope.
I don't know anything about them. Like, Cassie doesn't.
They're essentially.
Mm.
I feel like it would be metagaming if I explained what Warforged are, so I'm not gonna.
Alright. It's been like a half a year since I've played, guys. I'm having a really hard time getting back into role playing, but I promise I'll get better in time.
You're doing great. You're doing
Thanks.
fantastic.
You're excellent.
He's just gonna look over at Simon and point at the fruit and say, "It's a fruit."
It is a fruit, yes, but it's a very magically potent fruit. I'm just going to tuck this away for a later occasion. I'm going to stuff it in my bag of holding. My briefcase.
Avery finds the idea. So, okay. Somebody, for real, explain to me what a Warforged is. Are they sentient? Are they robots? Are they, like, what are they?
They
Are you asking? Or are you asking in game?
I'm asking, because I don't know what they are.
They're sentient. They're a life form. They have a soul.
Warforged
Okay.
were originally made specifically for war, thus the name. They were built in these things called soul forges. They are literally souls in a artificial casing.
So, they used to be somebody, and now they're not? They're, like...
They are created souls, essentially.
The reason why the distinction between Warforges and like quote unquote constructs is or the reason why there's the importance of the difference between them is because healing potions and healing word and things like that all works on me, just like if I was made of flesh. And honestly, most things that work and affect quote normal living beings would also work on the same way on me.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, you are
Humanoid.
a soul in a metal suit as opposed to us, which are souls in a meat suit.
He's gonna keep saying he's defender.
Okay. Good to know.
I suppose it's probably best not to press further into that particular aspect of their life.
I return.
Hello, Morgan.
Hello.
I'll go ahead and introduce Brandon. This is Taylor, aka Shadow, aka Defender, aka Ehim,
aka the Metal Robot.
I prefer the term metal person.
Get it fucking straight.
What?
Pronouns are metal.
All right, what did I miss?
Yeah, I have fish sticks.
How do you?
Simon got a fruit that is speculated to have some sort of wild magic effect, so we're tucking that away for later.
Yeah.
Avery got some information about Mr. Black from Vesti, and
Okay.
Simon introduced the gang to Defender.
Okay.
I think that it would be an appropriate time to divulge some information that could get us in trouble down the line.
Oh yeah, time to trauma dump.
Kind of, sort of.
Defender's gonna lean forward now and say, if I am to be defender to you, what is it you need defending from? He's asking about your adventure so far, like what's going on.
Right.
That's a complicated.
I'm gonna lean back. And like tap my chin as if I'm thinking and just say, well, I think we were supposed to be gambling at this point.
Right. Misadventures and what have you.
Can I get an actual refresher though at what happened? Because I literally just got here.
We killed Petillent and brought his body back, and immediately went to interrogate. Oh my god,
Finestra.
Every time.
Finestra. I said it. It was like I knew it immediately when I first said it, and now that I've used that word, it's gone.
We went to interrogate Fenestra. Well, Cassie went to go interrogate Fenestra. Simon got his sister back. We met a Warforged, who is sitting with us right now. Their name is Defender. And Kratos kind of didn't do anything.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Oh, and
So,
Avery's
yeah.
trauma dumping.
Super duper honesty time. So I didn't think that this would be a problem for us, but as the plot thickens, so to speak, I think it's necessary that you know that there are probably people after me, and there are people after me that are likely in Farah Baranzan, which is where we're heading. And I just feel like you have a right to know that as long as you're with me, you will probably be hunted alongside of me. So,
Well, it would seem that you and I are at least on the same page in that regard. I've spoken to you all of Leon, correct? Right. So you all know about that. Oh, in Defender.
but
If you're going to be traveling with us, be on the lookout for wanted posters. A man named Leon Dillinger is currently on the hunt for me, and it would be...
We will bring him to the justice.
Oh, even better. Although he is currently looking to bring me to justice, so to speak.
You're a criminal?
No, I am on the run from the law, but my crime...
I'm absolutely gonna side-eye Simon this whole time.
My crime was recompense for years of abuse towards my family.
You abused your family?
No, recompense for years of abuse. You see... Oh, okay. Well...
That wasn't him being abused. That went over my head. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Simon... So, essentially, I was under the care of a noble house named House Dillinger, and their...
Oh, I guess this is Simon's trauma dump now. Okay.
Oh, no, this is going to be quick, I promise.
I'm gonna yawn and be like, I feel like we should just have business cards at this point.
Defender's gonna lean forward. Like we're all sitting, right?
Yeah, I'm sitting
Okay.
at least.
Are we all sitting?
Sure.
Mhm.
Defender's gonna lean forward, and the table's gonna creak under his weight, and he's gonna put a hand on each of your shoulders, a massive hand. Simon and,
Yes.
and Stygia,
Yes.
I will defend you.
Splendid. And part of that defense would include, hopefully, removing the wanted posters that you might come across, hopefully.
So we all heard Petillent mention Mr. Black, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I think it's fair that you all know that Mr. Black is essentially my maker.
Your maker? Are you a vampire? We've been traveling
No,
with a vampire.
not necessarily. But he did kill me, and I have been reborn as this.
Is
So,
that the
for all
reason?
intents and purposes.
Is that the reason your nose is so sensitive to blood? And from what I heard Vestuvius say, the reason your teeth are made of metal?
Yes.
I see.
Defender's gonna speak up. My teeth are made of metal too.
Oh my
welcome to the club.
Well,
Were you also kidnapped as a child and then killed and then reborn as like something else? That'd be crazy.
I've never been child. I've only ever been defender.
I've only ever been mild.
So, what did this Mr. Black just simply remove your teeth and jam some iron nails into your skull?
Essentially, it's kind of like a brand. It's like
It's like a Tommy.
Oh,
Are
I
you
had
in
many
some
brothers
way?
and sisters.
Are you in some way cursed?
No, it's deeper than that. I think it's so people like me are in very short supply, and this man, Mr. Black, which is an alias, I'm sure, made me and several other orphan children to replenish our ranks, and we didn't really have a say in this. But I wanted out, so I escaped, and now I thought I got far enough away, but now it appears that my past is catching up with me. And so, as long as you're with me, you're probably going to be hunted alongside me.
do you know the fates of any of the other children who were stolen from their homes?
They all had a different piece of them taken. That's all I know.
Is he building some sort of heinous flesh golem?
No.
Why would he take a different part from everybody?
It's a brand. Like I said, it's like his signature.
It's his brand.
He's fucked in the head.
Avery, we are all fucked in the head.
Yeah, but the difference is we don't go taking parts of people and replacing them. I mean, most of us.
I was gonna say, maybe you don't.
I sometimes do.
See?
I have
He gets
before.
it.
Your dad.
I sometimes do. Hand retracts in, actual flesh hand comes back out.
No.
It's Simon Goldman.
Ada, something tells me this is perhaps the reason you did not want a warforged body.
Bee boo boo bop boo boo bop.
For context, I offered Ada to maybe build her something akin to a warforged body for her soul gem, and she declined.
She wants to be dainty.
Defender is oblivious to you speaking in any way about him whenever you say Warforged, any of you, just so you all know. So anytime y'all say Warforged this and that, he's just staring at y'all, listening intently. You're talking about something called a Warforged. He's a Defender. He's not a Warforged. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Warforged says what?
Something funny and wasn't even planned is like we've been playing this campaign for a year, and this is the first time that Avery has mentioned her backstory at all, and it just so happens to be the first session that you show up. It's pretty serendipitous.
Meanwhile, I can't shut up about my backstory.
Yeah. It's been over a year.
Man. It's like Dokapon.
We don't need to talk about that.
What?
Anyway, I'm gonna ask what makes Defender run? How did you become?
My legs.
Or was this already discussed when I wasn't here?
Well, before I was Defender, I was Cleaner.
I
I don't remember much from then.
I see. So
There was a cleric of Kaio, and she led a small group into the ruins that I had cleaned for many, many years. And he's struggling getting these words out. She sacrificed. She defended. I am Defender now.
I'm gonna look at Cressida and be like, geez, there's not a fucking person in this party that isn't traumatized, huh?
I'm saying he belongs here.
Suppose there were a way to delve deeper into your subconscious and draw those memories to the foreground. Would you be opposed to this?
I
This is all hypothetical. I wouldn't want to pressure you or anything.
I can remember it fine. It's just a lot of sweeping and cleaning and sweeping and cleaning.
I see. Well, I shan't press further then.
I can vaguely remember a time long, long, long ago where I was sweeping and cleaning, not in the ruins, but in the same place, but they weren't ruins. There were people there.
How old are you?
How what?
Old. Like,
I'm
what's
not
your
old.
age?
I'm not old, I'm Defender.
Yes. When were you... When did you become?
When
Defender?
did you first come into what year do you remember being a part
By
of?
my memory, I became Defender 8 years ago. But I don't
And
know. I don't
when did
know
you
what
become...
I don't know what the current date is, so I don't know how long it's actually been. I was in a state of unconsciousness when your friends found me.
Fair. How long were you cleaner before you became Defender?
This is for the DM to say. I don't know.
I mean, like, you know, it's been a long time.
1,000 years.
Well,
No, like, it's a new calendar kind of long time.
Oh, so we're going to, like, the Jurassic period with this?
well,
Like,
he said he woke up in ruins, but he remembers them before they were ruins, so that's pretty indicative in and of itself.
Yeah. Well,
So this is like millennia.
When I was cleaner, life was different. Life wasn't life. Kaio wasn't life.
you've kept
Cleric
yourself up well for your age.
Cleric died, and cleaner liked Cleric, and Kaio's light shined through me, and I became Defender.
Well, it is an absolute pleasure to have you amongst us, Defender.
When he talks about like memories revolving around like back when he was cleaner, it's a lot more robotic and a lot less lifelike. That's why he sounds that way when he says those things, because he wasn't. He's not saying this to you, and you can infer this maybe, but he wasn't quite alive at that point. He was just, doing his programming. He was cleaning. That's all he did. Cleaning in some ruins for however long, until one day someone came to explore those ruins, and that person died, and it had an effect on him, and Kaio's light shined through him.
Well, it's absolutely lovely to meet you, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you amongst us, and I do hope you wouldn't mind me occasionally studying your more intricate parts.
He's gonna say, by all means.
Much obliged. Simon just lights a cigarette and goes back to, idly tinkering.
He's going to reach over and pull that cigarette out of your mouth and squish it between his fingers.
Who is this guy?
Tommy, we found your way.
He's going to then point at you. He's going to then point at you and say, I want to be really robotic saying this. Smoking drug inhalation can cause, and he's going to rattle off like medical terms and stuff, and he's going to say this and this and this and this and this, and he's going to crumble it in his fingers and throw it down on the ground and kind of just go back to sitting.
Let's sneak, Simon. Let's sneak out back and light one up.
Yeah.
He's defending your lungs.
I see. Well, I appreciate it. I will let you know now that it is a proprietary blend of herbs and, well, tomato skins and eggplant skins, organic compounds that contain nicotine. Mostly because...
He apologizes and picks the cigarette back up and casts mending on it and hands it to you.
Oh, well, thank you. You see, my usual haunts are full of foul chemicals.
Please smoke responsibly.
Yes, thank you. And he lights it back up.
I'm gonna point at the cigarette and be like, "You're not gonna do that if I buy a drink, right?"
He's going to open up his chest cavity. And he's going to pull out of the mixture of tinctures and crap that's whirling and whizzing inside. He pulls out a small vial of clear liquid and hands it to you.
I'm gonna sniff it. I assume Yen of all people will know what it is, and I'm gonna say,
it's odorless and clear.
"All right, I'm gonna sip it, and then assume that Yen's
gin.
gonna know." Yeah. And I'm gonna say, "Oh, you are absolutely welcome to be amongst us." And I'm gonna go walk away and enjoy my new treat.
I thought it was gonna be water. I thought it was just gonna be like, drink this.
Drink this. Hands a bottle.
Do you say that? Does your character say that aloud at the table?
Yeah,
What?
and I kind of like mock robot.
He's going to take his finger and point at your cup, and it's going to fill with water.
Aww, Jesus.
On that note,
Kaio is the god of water. He's just going to say.
I'm gonna, as I'm walking away, be like, "Yeah, ask him to splash water in your face. He's good at that too."
I don't like water.
I wonder if anyone's ever cast Create or Destroy Water and wasted a spell slot to fill 1 cup of water.
Sure.
You did cast Mend to make a cigarette cigarette again.
yeah,
that's a cantrip.
Still.
On that note, Avery, I do think we should speak in the back.
I'd love to.
Will you need defending? And he's gonna half rise like to follow you.
Oh no, it's simply a conversation.
No. We're good.
Oh, okay.
You will know when we need defending.
Here, Kratos needs some defending, though.
I'll be defending here until you return.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Everyone point at Kratos and be like, "Oh, I think he needs defending."
Yeah. Go defend Kratos.
Kratos 100.
I'll defend your spots for when you get back.
Who's Kratos?
That's
Kratos. Brandon.
You're gonna have to speak up. I can only point the phone at you so far, dude.
Kratos is gonna kind of start looking a little agitated when you guys are all trying to pawn Defender off on me.
I'm gonna say, "Have fun with your defending," and I'm gonna go buy a room from the tavern for the night.
Okay.
Defender's gonna go up to Kratos and place his hand on his shoulder and say, "How are you feeling?"
Emotionally.
Please tell me of your woes. Can you tell me about your wives?
It just turns into a whole therapy session. Kratos is sitting there like,
He does not need a snack.
he does not need a defender.
What did Simon want to talk to Avery about?
Yeah. Simon kind of gestures for Avery to follow him to the back, like behind the tavern where him and Vestuvius talked about Petillent.
It would seem that our quote-unquote backstories are quite similar. Is there anything that you think I should know?
We'll be issuing a copyright infringement notice.
Yes, a cease and desist.
A cease and desist.
I feel like you and I have gained a bit more trust amongst ourselves than the others. Is there anything more that you can tell me about this Mr. Black?
Well, he abducted me off the street, and I woke up in his chair, and then things get foggy again. My teeth are missing and then replaced with iron. And from there on out, he kind of programs me to be exactly who he wants me to be. And he's done this to countless other children as well.
From here on out, I unquestionably have your back. I feel a strong sense of empathy towards you. We had a very similar upbringing, and I feel like, even though we've only been traveling for a few months, I feel like you and I have become closer as friends.
Casanova just
Similar
splits.
upbringing? Oh no, I lived a luxurious life, but
Oh, for like 10 years, Simon was treated like absolute garbage.
I see.
Like, that's why he killed Carl Dillinger.
I feel like Yen and Avery have very similar backstories, though. Like they would connect more. I feel like.
Well,
I'm
so
very in.
I actually did have something that I wanted to talk to Avery about, but I fucking completely forgot what it was. So I would kind of just riff that at the last second because I fucking spaced on what I actually wanted to say.
You wanted to say, if a dog wore
unlike
pants, would it wear it like this or like this?
Have you ever seen a dog
Unlike
wearing
you.
tennis shoes? Nobody would believe you if somebody told you that they saw a dog wearing Yeezys. Would you believe them? It stood up and said, "No one will believe you," and walked away on two legs.
I got a BRB.
I
got a BR.
You seem to be. I say to Simon that he seems to be running toward his past, and I'm running from it. I am the happiest I've ever been, and I do not want
I've been
anything to do with.
I've been tearing down wanted posters left and right. I've been running from my past longer than anybody I've ever met.
Well, you want to find this person, don't you?
No, I want to stay very clear of Leon. I want to make sure he never sees me. That's what that... Back at the ghost ship. That was one of his. I
Right.
never explained that quite thoroughly, did I? He, or they, I suppose, don't know what they look like under the helmet.
Meeper, did they say something back at the ghost ship when that bounty hunter attacked us? Did they say something about Leon? I don't remember.
No, but they mentioned your bounty.
Right.
Only one person in the world has it out for me. That deeply. As to send a bounty hunter of that caliber my way. So, as long as we're going after Mr. Black, I have your back. And should we come across my arch nemesis, as it were, I should hope you would do the same for me.
The reason he cares so much about me is that I was his first. I was the first of his progeny.
The one that got away.
The best in the nest, as it were. And I doubt he has this kind of obsession or affection for anybody else in his nest.
So do you want him
But
dead?
I want him to stop abducting children. But I also want my freedom, so I'm kind of stuck between two worlds at the moment.
Well, there's one surefire way to get people to stop doing, well, anything. Is to end their miserable life.
Ask them nicely.
I feel
I'm
like
back.
that's worked for you. I feel like killing people to solve your problems has been a thing that works well for you. I don't know if it would be the same for me.
How would you go about stopping him then? This isn't hypothetical. This isn't sarcasm. This is an earnest and genuine question.
Oh,
If you
to be
truly
honest,
believe that killing him isn't the answer, then what would you suggest we do about it?
I don't care if he lives or dies. I just want him to stop. So, imprisonment, or I mean, to kill him, he would have to force my hand. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
Like if
as you are no doubt
he's a
aware,
disgusting individual.
as you are no doubt aware, I hold no such reservations. All you need to do is say the word, and I will do everything in my power to see that his life comes to an abrupt end.
Alrighty then.
I want to finish my cigarette and walk back inside.
Alrighty. Yen, you go up to pay for a room, and Vestuvius is like, alright, be 5 gold.
I'm gonna hand over 5 gold. I'm gonna say,
Yep.
hey, did you ever get around to any changes in taxes or anything like that? I feel like we briefly mentioned it.
He's like, well, you managed to get around it by working for them, but something tells me that is not the case anymore. As for, did you talk to, Manoia or Fenestra about the business taxes yourselves?
I think we did talk. I think we asked about it,
I see.
but I don't think they said like, yeah, we'll
Simon,
lower taxes. You're right.
Simon for sure did because he was contracted to help them increase the security on the box containing those weird Zahando gloves.
And I went down with you for that. I remember that.
You gave me the
Yeah.
elephant toothpaste idea.
Yep.
Yeah, that idea blew a hole in the wall. I don't think they were listening to your ideas much anymore.
Shoot.
Well, if it's all the same to everybody else, I say we head out. First thing in the morning. I am sick of the atmosphere around here, and I am sick of Manoia and Fenestra's faces, and I would like to leave as soon as possible.
They made me think about the consequences of my action and my prejudice, and I want out of here.
We're underground right now, right?
More
Yeah.
so that the longer Simon stays here, the more tempted he is to start casually dumping lantern oil around and lighting everything on fire.
The Defender's gonna say, we're underground. There's very little atmosphere here.
I see. Are you familiar with the concept of metaphors? Allegory.
That's a place where cows eat.
I'm going to, in my room that is probably out of earshot, just be cackling.
I see.
You see,
Will you let
sometimes.
anyone bunk with you, Yen?
Oh yeah, whoever wants to.
You see,
I will.
sometimes when
I've
people
been
say
sitting
something.
that gin with you.
Yeah. I feel like Cressa is like always in my room. I'm like, come on, get in the boot.
I'll
We're
actually.
friends, but
I'll
we
pay
intoxicate
for.
ourselves.
I'll
He's
also
perfect.
pay for like a room as well. Mostly because Simon's gonna spend the night like tinkering with Ada's body and making sure they didn't hurt her and stuff. And
Okay.
Defender's gonna follow Simon until Simon tells Defender not to.
No, I think it would be perfect if Kratos had a bunk buddy. He needs one.
No.
No.
I'm gonna walk out like
The-
PJs in the middle of the night and be like, Kratos, you look so lonely. You should ask Defender to bunk with you.
The Defender's gonna put his hand on Kratos' shoulder again and say, "Even the strongest need defending in here." And he's gonna point at Kratos' heart, where it would be.
What my weapons are for.
I love this so much. I love Defender. I would give my life for the Metal Man.
But where?
All right. EP time. I don't think we need to. This would be a long rest.
Who
Right.
is Defender bunking with?
Whoever Defender wants to bunk.
Defender's gonna follow Simon unless Simon tells him not to.
Nobody can say no to Defender.
I appreciate.
Quite literally, nobody can say no to Defender.
I
Defender will just find some way to respond.
I do appreciate the vigilance in your desire to defend the defenseless, but I would like some alone time with my sister, if you please.
Well, I was gonna bunk with Simon, but he wants to tinker his sister, so.
Oh, don't say it like that. Fine.
Yeah, that.
You know what?
way.
Sure.
You know what, Defender? That's actually a lovely idea. Go grab Avery. I'm sure she would like a place to rest her head as well.
That was a way of saying
What?
that.
No,
Defender picks up Avery.
no, no. Put me down.
It means spring.
I am
Defender
going
puts Avery
to-
back down.
I'm going to drunkenly with Cressida just be cackling in a chair watching this.
Whenever
yeah.
we do finally make it to the room for sleep or whatever, just so we're clear, when conversation's done and when you go to sleep, Simon, Defender stands in the corner of the room and visibly
Oh,
looks like
no.
he looks like he's staring at you.
Simon's not
But-
bothered by this because he is
Okay.
pretty familiar with the concept of
He's in-
Warforged.
He's in that position the entire night without moving.
Wait, I'm gonna ask if Defender can make white
Can make what?
white noise, like those machines that you buy to help you sleep. Can you make rainstorm noises?
Defender. Are you actually asking Defender? Where are you when you're asking Defender this?
Just around, amok.
Well, okay. Defender's going to put a hand in the air, and it's going to start raining in the room that he's in. Only for a moment, though. But
Noises.
it's a good inch layer of water in the room.
So it's leaking down the
Great.
stairs.
Fucking like
Was it
petticoat
like-
or whatever.
Was it like hurricane level storm or? just
It was
kept-
instant. It was instant downpour, but the downpour lasted like 3 seconds.
So Florida storm.
Perfect.
Most of us are used to that.
Y'all gotta stop asking him questions about water because
No,
y'all are
I'm,
gonna
I'm
get y'all are gonna get wet.
dude. I'm 100% gonna say, boy, I could use a cold glass of and expect a glass of water in my hand before I finish the sentence.
All right.
Well, you know what? True. We'll always have water.
Is Yen entering her bougie era?
Yen was a diplomat for fucking royalty. Yen has always been bougie, dude. Do you not remember me fighting for the Displacer Beast belt?
I do, but also I haven't played Witcher 3 in a long time, so I don't really remember a whole lot about
He's
Yen's
not.
backstory.
Just from that game, she's from the book series. She's better in the book series.
You sound like someone who's really pretentious about your book series.
We're fine.
Wait, are you Yen as in Yennefer from Witcher?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So,
Okay.
Brandon and I, this was our first campaign. So, Meeper was like, I mean, making someone you know might be easier. And so, we're literally Kratos from God of War and Yennefer from The Witcher.
Cool.
Silence.
They really made those roles their own though.
Yeah, I apparently am a slut.
That sounds about right.
Fuck you.
I mean, you did sleep with a college kid.
It's heavily implied that the witches within the Witcher universe derive power from sexual release, so
Indeed.
it would make sense if you were a slut.
But it's also funny because, like, my characteristic is I'm cold as hell, so we had this whole thing where the college kid was probably like, that was not comfortable. It was like ice.
Oh, I nutted, but
It froze.
Yikes.
Defender stands in the corner and waits till morning.
Does
All right.
low power sentry mode?
It's
Yes.
it's Sentinel. It's the same thing elves do, except I don't have to sit to do it.
Simon does actively, like, I'm gonna make an investigation check if that's cool. I want to see if they like put any trackers or any kind of anything malicious in her mechanical body. I just want to make sure.
All right. Yeah, you can make an
Wait.
investigation check.
Do Warforged not need to sleep?
Nope.
Oh.
No more night watches.
Hey, yo.
We also don't need to breathe.
They
That means,
do-
Cressida, you don't have to become a fish anymore.
So
Hey, yo.
Warforged they don't sleep, but they do enter a meditative state similar to elves. They are in rest. They still would take night watches.
No.
Yeah, but we can still see while we're sleeping, essentially.
Yeah.
So then he's the only one that has to do night watches. Let's go.
We're all gonna get a good night's sleep finally for the first time in a fucking year.
That only lasts for so long until the DM decides. But which way are you looking when you decide to start meditating?
Oh,
That's
fuck.
what every DM does.
Simon is still going to take night watches anyway, just because he's constantly on the lookout for Leon's agents and all that jazz, you know. But yeah, I rolled a 23 on that investigation.
Okay. Yeah, you search her over, and even she's like, they didn't do anything, I swear. It was just kind of crowded. So you kind of help her, like, prune some of her metallic feathers, but other than that, she seems completely fine.
You can never be too safe.
Oh, she's still in the body of a robot raven
Yeah.
thing?
I feel like while I was
Okay.
trauma dumping,
I thought you just got the body back.
I feel like while I was trauma dumping, I should have explained. I would have explained this. There was an explosion that Simon caused as a kid that sort of Ada, his sister, got in between him and the person he was exploding. Her body was destroyed, but his arm and just his arm was taken. So
Oh my God.
he sort of attached her soul to the nearest thing he could find, which was a toy he made her as a kid.
What's Simon's last name?
Krieger.
Okay.
People have been comparing me to Edward Elric quite
Yep.
a bit, which was not my intention. I feel like metal sibling and metal arm are the only similarities I have with Edward.
You're the
Elric.
Full Metal Machinist.
Except I have a gun.
Edward Elric could make a gun if he wanted to.
But he doesn't. He's above that.
He does. He does all the time. Makes cannons.
That's true. He does make cannons.
I avoided making myself an alchemist artificer specifically for this reason. If you want to see what Simon looks like, Meeper, can you show them
metal
Simon's
arm?
Can you show
Sibling who's in a metal suit?
Can you show Taylor Simon's placard?
Is there a channel we're supposed to be looking in, by the way, while we're playing?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is what Simon looks like. I drew that.
That's cool.
He's a disheveled 40-something-year-old man. I chose variant human so that I could say, oh, he just looks young. Because he's been on the run for a long time, but I also don't want to play an old man.
You're like
But
1/4
you're
elf.
like an old man. That fucking in Cassie's campaign, that Damien Darkblood ass boomer ass fucking guy. That was great. I missed him.
Oh, the guy, the dwarven
Elias.
Elias, yeah.
There was a character named Elias
Yeah,
after
I made
after
it
all we had to go through with an Elias, Cassie.
in Cassie's campaign. I made a tiefling monk named Elias Morn,
Oh, okay, it was not. Gotcha.
and he talks like this.
Oh
Hey there,
God,
I'm Elias. I'm from the deserty area.
that reminds me too much of my childhood, and I don't like that.
Sorry. Well, it's a good it's a good thing you're on Cassie's campaign. You never have to hear it.
All right. It is the next day. Anyone who has bought a room has bought a room. Basically, if you didn't manage to bunk with anyone else, you probably bought one.
Yeah,
I slept on tits to make a good bed.
You slept on my tits?
Much like a kitten.
Valid.
Good morning, everybody.
Gluten Morgan.
Let's take our leave of this hellhole and never look back. If I ever see their faces again, many, many people might live to regret it.
Yes, we're going to Ferrer Baranza. Ferrero Rocher.
Right, before we leave, I don't know if I asked this yet. I'm gonna go talk to Vestuvius and I'm gonna say, pardon me, my friend. Before we leave, I don't remember if I asked you about this. And I take that little glass vial of the purple crystals we collected from the various critters from across the land. I don't suppose you've heard anything about these being used elsewhere. And I slide between 5 and 10 gold coins, however many he decides to grab off the table.
All right. Yeah. He kind of looks at it. And he's like, well, I heard that the reason that the Underland is currently off limits right now to the rest of the Underdark, as well as most of the surface, is because that school there was had something freaky going on before it got destroyed, and they found crystals that look suspiciously like these in the wreckage.
Interesting.
And then you see Beerus, who is still at the bar, be like, hey, I know some people who had some of those.
Fascinating. Information on two fronts, it would seem. Vesti, my friend, what would the name of this school be?
It's like, I think it was called Shiver Nubs before it got blowed up.
Shiver Nubs.
Shiver Nubs.
I'm a fan of that. That is awesome.
Tell me if I'm spelling this right. Put it in public notes.
Yeah, that's right.
Very cool. Fantastic. Thank you very much. And Beerus, we're about to head out, so I suggest you sober up and, if you would like, if you want to accompany us, you certainly can, but if you would like to stay here and continue partaking of the spirits, feel free to do so.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't just seeing double when I saw an alcohol-making robot join your crew.
You
so
know
I'll be
what?
joining you.
It's completely fair. Well, come along, we're about to head out.
Alrighty.
Wait,
Defender's gonna say, "What's a robot?"
Right.
Sorry, person. Metal person.
Don't mention the fact that they are not made out.
They identify as Defender.
He says, correct for 200 points, and he leaves the room.
Right. Well, goodbye, Vestuvius. You are the only person here who I don't wish horrible, horrible death upon.
It's like, okay.
And Simon
dang.
heads out.
All right. So yes, where are you all heading now?
We're heading east to Ferrero Rocher.
Are y'all like horses or?
Oh hell no,
No,
dude.
Really.
If only. We're cash poor, as the commoners
We're
call it.
Frodo. We're Frodoing this shit.
Essentially.
Okay.
They don't have
Oh wait,
horses
before
yet.
we
They're still
go,
hoofing it.
before we go, I do want to ask Avery if she would happen to have or know of, because I feel like she would, playing cards that are like worth some coin.
Worth some coin?
Yes.
No. I
Bam.
do have a set of playing cards, but they're standard issue, run of the mill.
Ah, I see.
Oh, right.
What are you looking for in particular?
I happen to need a specific playing card, but it needs to be quite expensive for me to do the work I need with it.
Can you be more specific?
It needs to be a single card worth 400 gold.
Well, you can declare an item's value. Here, I pick up a rock.
Yeah,
This is
what?
now
This
worth
is
400 gold pieces, this rock. I declare
I'm
its
gonna
value.
roll my eyes at Simon, and I'm gonna say, Defender, I think Simon needs defending.
I definitely don't need defending.
I think he needs defending. Defender,
pick
he's
up-
having emotional trauma. He needs defending from his thoughts.
I pick up Simon and cradle him like a born child.
As pleasant as this is, my point stands.
Well, I'm declaring the value of Defender. He's defending you, thus valuable. And I'm gonna walk away.
Yen is looking for the fucking Charizard.
Yeah, I'm looking for Charizard's card.
You can put me down now, thank you very much.
He does so.
I am defended, thank you.
He doesn't put you down. He doesn't put you down on your feet though. He lays you down, like lowering you to the ground.
I am satisfied with my care, Baymax fucking style.
Splendid. And I stand up and I dust myself off. Right, to Ferranzan. Ferranzan.
Ferrero Rocher.
Does somebody want to like draw the path you're taking, or do you just want me to hit right until you tell me to stop?
I
Travel by
Fully
map.
understand the map. Are we the ping thing?
Yeah.
How do you like ping?
Hold left click.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like a logical next stop before Ferranzan is this place right here. So east southeast would probably be our best bet.
Alrighty. And do you want to move it slow, medium, or fast pace?
Fast.
I agree. Fast.
Okie dokie.
Before we travel, is anybody here below the size of medium?
Yes.
Yeah, Cressida is considered tiny. She's a pixie.
Okay. Well, if she's tiny, then she can. Never mind. I was gonna say she could ride me. That sounds bad, but
Hey,
yeah.
yo.
That way she doesn't get
agree.
exhaustion.
I have to go to the bathroom again. If it's my turn to roll an encounter, can somebody roll it for me?
I'll just skip you if it comes to you.
Okie
But I
dokie, I'll be
probably
right
won't.
back.
Alright. Defender, roll me a d20 for an encounter roll check.
Oh, I'm rolling. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I roll?
So there's the bar at the bottom that has the list of dice. The one second to the left has a d20.
I have a bar at the
Second to
bottom,
the right.
but I have a bar at the bottom, but all I have it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're just empty black squares.
No, it's off to the side. Like, if you open... Do you have the chat menu open?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Open up the chat
to the
menu.
chat.
Okay, I have the chat open now, and I
And
see
then
the
at
dice.
the
You should
bottom.
see a row of like dice, and one
Yep.
is a d20.
There you go. I clicked D20.
And then
Hit
press roll.
Alright. Now let's go and get one from Yen.
Ah, fuck.
Let's go.
It's a nat 20. It's a good thing.
No.
Sometimes it's a good thing, and other times there's like 10 crabs.
Sometimes there's like crabs.
Oh, I guess I should ask, are we near a mushroom circle?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Thank God.
I
Oh my
really
God.
no. I want Baymax to experience that.
Oh yeah, that's so true. Damn.
All right.
I have returned. Oh, Morgan rolled
I'm
a
back.
nat 20.
This boy.
My guess is on spiders.
I don't think we've had a normal encounter since we
Yeah,
entered the Underdark.
if it's gonna be our luck down here, it's gonna be a vampire mind flayer.
Yeah,
Part
you do run into
37.
those.
Vampire
bit.
mind flayer with a oh god, what's it called? A beholder dredge or whatever.
Morgan's not joking. We did run into an illithid vampire down here.
We've run into 3.
Pretty cool.
Pretty funky, pretty fresh,
Pretty quirky.
pretty teehee, pretty silly. Someone got a little too silly with the rolls.
I've got a cat sleeping on me.
The dream.
What kind of cat? How many cat you have?
Just one cat.
What cat like? What cat color? What brand of cat?
It's white with black blotches.
Oh,
Oh,
I-
you wait, cat.
I have 2 cats.
We have a tortoiseshell
you have a what?
cat. A tortoiseshell cat?
Oh, I thought you said a
Apparently.
20-pound cat, and I was like, yeah, valid.
Nah, that's
Right.
me.
I've got
Yeah,
2
no,
cats.
that is. You have a fucking 30-pound cat.
23 pounds. She went to the vet today.
Well, I
got
should
weighed.
say
Oh
I,
my
Jesus.
I have 1 cat and my dad has 1 cat, but I'm living with my dad, so I say 2 cats.
We have 3 cats.
My
Yeah,
cat
it's
weighs
a cat.
20. My cat weighs 23 pounds and is not overweight.
Yeah, my cat weighs 21 pounds and is not. Well, he's
Either-
probably a little overweight.
Either you have a Maine Coon or that cat has some seriously dense bones.
Or a
got
Siberian that
He's got them good genetics, doesn't he? Yeah.
Where's the goose?
I have a very my cat is very fat and her name is Nami and she sleeps on my chest all the time.
When we took him to the vet was feeling him and said, "Okay, so he's a little over. Oh wait," and then he kind of like feels around. He's just a really big cat.
Muscles.
Pure muscle.
All right. Let's see here. Can I get some D6s from Cassie and Catherine?
Let me see if I can't
But I
find...
have a goose.
Let me see if I can't
You
find
expect
a
me to roll
really
with
good
goose?
picture of Nami.
Oh yeah, we do need the cats need to be dispersed, accordingly.
You said a D6?
Mm-hmm.
Where's a
I
good
don't know how
place
to
to
roll.
distribute the cats?
All right. So you all are moving in a about 10-foot wide. You can kind of go shoulder to shoulder, rows of 2. And the cavern has it's kind of being lit up by this fog. And as you're going, who generally leads the group?
Defender, probably.
It used to be Kratos, but now I think it's Defender.
Yeah,
That's a
we can probably do like Defender in the front and then Kratos in the back.
I'm usually like 3rd or 4th.
Well, there's 6
I-
of us now. So I think 2-2-2, Defender and Kratos in the front and whoever else is in the back.
You would
Simon
not
and
rather
Avery.
have the wall of meat and wall of metal protect us from the front and the back?
That's a valid point.
I think we put the thing that is literally bulletproof and can heal itself in the front, because typically that's where the big problems are. And I think we take the thing that can probably bash through all of us and kill things in the back. And then all of us little wee things that, get by on charisma and sass, we stay in the center.
And I, Cressida, will be next to Yen, but closest to Kratos, just in case something happens.
Okay.
I guess I'll be in front.
All right. So, uh, Defender, you are walking when you're kind of not paying attention too much, and you're going at fast marching pace, so you kind of don't even notice it
Stop letting them in.
as you kind of like bump into something, and you hear like a and you hear like some things like scatter onto the ground, and you see this like kind of odd looking black small bird creature uh, who's kind of fallen over after bumping into you, uh, and they begin kind of like picking up some coins rather frantically off the ground, as well as
Apologies,
other
friend.
odd trinkets.
Apologies, friend. And Defender's going to help them with their things.
All right.
You were being crazy.
Yeah, you'll like pick something up and they'll immediately snatch it out of your hand and then go back to what they're doing. And they're just like, "Hail and well met.
Could you say that slower?
Hail and well met."
Do I understand what it's saying?
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. It seems to be whenever it repeats a phrase, it's repeating it perfectly, but it is saying the words "hail" and "well met."
And I know well now, right? That's one of the other gods.
Nope, that is the word "well met."
Oh, okay. Well met to you too, feathered friend.
Hail and well met.
Yes, well met to you, feathered friend.
Hail and
This-
well met.
This is gonna go around until someone else gets in here.
I see. Listen, is it a Kenku?
Yes.
Hello. Say something different, perhaps?
You just hear in your own voice, Simon, something different, perhaps?
Ah, cheeky. How many other voices have you copied?
They just kind of like tilt their head. Hail and well met.
Let's see. Nod your head or shake your head, yes or no. Do you have a grasp on the common tongue?
They shake their head. Or
Yes
they
or-
nod their
It's
head.
Another head. I see.
At this point, Defender's gonna point at the Kenku and say, "He sounded like you."
Yes, he did. I believe Kenku are only capable of speaking in mimicry. So this might be a difficult conundrum.
Yes or no? It's heard me say yes or no now.
Ah, I see. That's actually brilliant. Thank you. Simple yes or no questions. Are you a friend?
Yes.
Are you here for business or pleasure?
That's not a yes or no question.
But now it knows
No.
business. But now it knows the words business and pleasure.
Oh, that's true.
It just goes, lock, shiny.
Interesting. Are you collecting trinkets and baubles that you find on the ground?
Yes.
Are you a trader by chance?
No.
I see. Well,
Defender's going to wave a hand, and there's kind of a blue glowingness to it. And he's going to say, "Buy by Kaio's will, reveal, and he's casting detect magic.
Okay. Yes, you cast detect magic. You see that they do have a magic object on them.
Can I focus on the spell to figure out what type of magic it is?
The most you can gain is like a school of magic, but generally speaking, magical items all have enchantment because they're enchanted magical items.
Okay. I'm gonna point at the Kenku and say, "This feathered friend has something of power on him.
Feathered.
Is it a
Lock.
is it a him? What is this Kenku presenting clothing wise? I should. I'm assuming.
They are a bird person. They're wearing kind of like leathers and a hood.
Okay. The vendor's gonna use masculine pronouns for them then until otherwise told.
Let's see. Would you mind too terribly if I identified that little trinket you have in your possession?
You just kind of hear like a squawk, and then my eyes! It's going in my eyes!
Sorry.
And they just kind of look at you.
There's more than one.
Just no. The Kenku just kind of looks at you.
I won't take it, I promise. I just want to know what it is.
Defender's gonna put his hand on Simon to kind of try to like pull him back a little bit from the Kenku, and say, if it's mimicking things, and it just did that, that means that at some point, someone was screaming that.
Ah. Did you... You took that from someone, yes?
No.
Yes or no? I promise I won't take it. You have my solemn word. I won't take it. I simply want to identify it for you. Maybe so that... Oh, let me ask this. Do you know what it is?
Yes.
I see. Never mind then. I shan't press further.
Can we have it?
No.
All right. Goodbye.
Can we have it, please?
My eyes! It's clawing at my eyes!
Oh my god, dumb bird.
No, I think it's threatening us. Are you lost down here?
They just kind of shrug.
Wherever the wind takes you, right?
Yes.
Excellent. I know a certain archfey who truly revels in that sort of behavior. Well, I do hope your fortunes are fortunate. That was dumb. That was
Blessings of Kaio upon you, my feathered friend. And he sort of does like a hand sign, and he's blessing the bird. Blessing in the religious sense. He's not casting the spell bless.
I see.
Was that little trinket that he has on his person the only thing that they actually had that's magical?
It seemed to be something that was like behind their back on their belt or something.
Oh, okay.
So you never saw it.
Would you accept a trade?
Shiny. Lock. Is that their friend?
I'm going to pick up a rock on the ground and use my magical tinkering feature.
Check this out.
And I'm going to carve the runes to make a light rock for him. I'm just going to give it to him.
Right.
This will help.
Yeah, you see them kind of look it over and be like, shiny. That's a friend.
This will help you on your way down here, considering the Underdark is, well, dark.
Kenku are blind, aren't they?
No,
Okay.
they're unable to speak normally.
It would be really funny if it was blind and he was saying.
Well, this certainly was an encounter. Enjoy your new little trinket, my friend.
Wait, is he giving you the thing back? Is it?
No. I'm giving him. I'm using my magical tinkering feature to imbue just like a mundane object like a rock with. I can make it emit a smell, make it emit
Right.
a sound or a
He-
light. So I'm just
You
giving
asked him. You asked him if he wanted to trade his thing for something, and he said many shinies. So I think he's willing to trade.
Would you like more than one? I suppose I could make a few more.
Uh, yeah, you hear them kind of respond in like a more effeminate voice, like, "Oh, Rock, do you want this shiny thing?" Or, "Oh, Lock, do you want this shiny thing?"
Look.
Is your name Locke?
Yes.
Oh. Hello, Locke. My name is Simon. Are you willing to trade? Shiny for shiny?
Yes.
Is the one that I gave you enough, or would you like more? I can make it smell or sound like anything you'd like.
Yeah, so you hand them the shiny rock, and you see them pull out what appears to be like some sort of like uh crystal that has like a faint light glowing inside of it, and they hand it to you.
Why, thank you. I'm gonna carve a few more runes into some just random stones that are lying on the ground. Do you have a favorite smell? Is that in your mimicry dictionary?
They just kind of tilt their head. Shiny.
Shiny. Alright, and I'm just gonna start etching more of the light runes into it and make them a bunch of like little light rocks.
Okay.
Is this sufficient? I hand him like 10 of them.
All right. Yeah, they hand you back like 3 more of those faintly glowing crystals.
My detect magic is still active. Is the crystal the magic thing I was detecting?
No.
I'm gonna tell that to Simon.
I imagined as such. I'm not too worried about it. He seems pretty attached to it, and I wouldn't want to rob him of it. If he knows what it is and what it does, he might very well be smart enough to keep it for himself, so...
Do you want to come with us, Feathered Friend?
They just kind of tilt their head and say, "Shiny."
I think he's just treasure hunting. I say we leave well enough alone. Thank you very much.
Defender goes to march on.
Are these crystals purple by chance?
No, they
Okay.
are clear.
Okay. I'm gonna... Am I able to ritual cast a spell while walking?
No.
I just don't want to waste a spell slot. If your detect magic is still open, or still active, what school of magic would these crystals be?
He said I don't detect magic from them at all.
Well, they're faintly glowing is what I was asking.
It could just be a natural
Okay.
geology thing.
Okay, fair enough.
Do I detect magic from them?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Why, thank you very much, my friend.
Oh, actually, Defender, can you also roll me a d20 real quick?
Sure. Let me do that.
Alright, you're fine.
I didn't step on the landmine that was right there next to the bird.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I could find some use for these crystals. What did the Kenku say their name was?
Lock.
Locke?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Locke. And I hope you find many, many more shiny trinkets and rocks.
All right. Yeah, they're just like, thank you very much, Simon.
I sure am glad I told you my name. That's not going to come and bite me in the ass later. Uh-oh, I didn't teach you a swear word, did I? I certainly
Fucking no.
Yeah, no, hang on. I'm gonna walk over and just be like, fuck.
did. Alright, we should rattle off the big ones just to make sure that they're aware of them.
Yen is gonna go through every single curse word that she can think of.
All right. Yeah. So you do that, and you both, part ways. You hear this bird rattling off curse words as it walks away.
Thank
It'd be
God.
it'd be funny if the Kenku like opened its mouth and like fucking demon speech or whatever came out at some point.
Angry Sharpies.
Yeah.
I was
some
thought you
some Lovecraftian language.
Yeah, I won't lie. I'm with Brandon. I thought you were about to start singing like corn or something.
Corn.
Oh my god.
It opens its mouth and it starts singing Losing My Corn.
Does
Yeah.
the lead singer of Korn just sing in Abyssal?
Maybe.
it's
Maybe.
Jonathan Davis.
All right. Let's go and get an encounter roll from Kratos.
Great.
Crab toast.
We both went for it.
All right. The day has waned on long. You all get ready to set up camp. Yes, who will be taking watches? There's 4 watch slots that are 2 hours each.
I will definitely take one of them.
Defender takes all of them.
I'll be doing my sentinel thing through all of them, yeah, but other people can also be watching.
I'm kind of good with it. Just letting.
Maybe if you do feel that my sentinel thing is overpowered, what other DMs do is they say like, well, I can only look one direction while doing it because I'm not technically speaking, I can't move while doing it. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a long rest for me.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
like,
no, don't
I'd
worry.
only-
if I think
Okay.
I think it's too powerful,
I'll use
do
my
something stupid.
artificer power to build you a giant lazy Susan so that you could be looking in all directions.
All right.
I'm just being rotated all this. I'm on a Roomba.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Put him on the Roomba.
All right, Simon. Yeah. Your watch goes by uneventfully. Were
For a lot of
doing
you,
anything
this is the
during it?
first time you've seen my character doing this. By the way,
Simon and Avery saw it because they all shared a room.
Okay. Is anyone else taking watch, or are we letting our local robot friend handle it?
I was gonna let local robot.
Local robot friend.
It's metal.
All right, Defender.
you're all
go and
such
roll-
racists.
I was about
go
to
and
say
roll
it is a
3
metal
consecutive
person.
D20s for me.
Okay.
Just for the sake of argument, not so that it maybe becomes anything, but this is the first time we've all rested with Defender. Maybe the rest of you guys don't know that this is something that he can do.
I would assume he probably would let us know.
Yeah.
He kind of lets us know about everything. I feel like if we were like, boy, I'm sleepy, the conversation would go like, I will defend you in my sleep.
In the morning, Defender's just like, when do I get to sleep? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. Yeah, that's the next day. Let's go and get an encounter check from Simon.
Baba-booey, where's my mouse? It's on my second monitor. Get over here, asshole.
All right, let's go ahead and get one from Cassie or Avery.
You would.
Would ask. You would.
Oh no. It has begun.
Yeah, you sound deep fried as hell, my man.
Don't call me man.
Sorry.
Ew.
It's a force of habit just from the way I talk.
Force of Blabbit.
Force of
Well, I was gonna say,
I can't tell if that's Cassie actually being mad at me or if it's a Chromebook moment.
I think that's a Chromebook moment because she did go. I was gonna have Cressida roll next d20, but I'll just. Oh, there she is. Cressida roll d20.
Say a sentence so I can see if you still sound deep fried.
Say a sentence so I can see if you're still sound deep fried.
Oh,
Is
there's
that-
our Cassie.
There we go.
No longer
All
deep.
right. That day goes by uneventfully. And of course, as always, make sure you are keeping track of your rations day by day.
Oh.
You know who doesn't have to think about rations?
Defender.
Robot.
My mom.
Fucking non-breathers invading this country, taking our jobs.
Fucking
They're
That's such
eating the cats,
that's
they're
such a-
eating the dogs.
That's such a specific branch of bigotry. Non-breathers.
Fucking
Yeah.
fleshies.
No! Oh my god, it's the fucking what did we say that your sister needed?
Flesh vessel.
Flesh vessel, that's it.
Yeah, remind everyone.
I need to make sure that Defender is aware that we are in search of a flesh vessel at all times.
Taylor, be aware that I think Catherine's about to post something incredibly
Cringe?
I
Not
can't remember
cringe.
where I put it.
Is it the fucking pocket pussy again, dude?
I hope so.
Yeah.
God damn
That was
it.
fun.
I love that thing. I love the
This-
hands.
I-
Catherine really loves Photoshop.
I'm pretty isn't your like whole degree in graphic shit like that?
Yeah, I'm 2 classes and an internship shy of my associate in science and graphic design, but basically.
We love. So here for. I'm so glad that eventually everybody who goes to college uses their degree for something so useful like photoshopping hands and eyes on sex toys.
All right. Is anyone going to do night watches, or are we letting?
I'll take one. I'm always
Render
going to take one
Defender.
just because of Simon's innate paranoia.
All right.
Do I need to tell you I'm taking them anymore? Or...
We're just gonna assume you're the default unless you specifically say no.
Defender flips everyone off today. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Yep. Go and roll another
Suddenly
3
becomes
consecutive d20s.
Defender decides that he's not going to be a defender anymore. He's going to offend.
All right. Another calm night. It is the next day. Let's go ahead and get an encounter roll from Defender again.
Catherine,
I found
that thing is perfect.
It's unyieldingly cursed.
It's-
Go ahead and get one from Yen.
Look, I can't say it's cursed when I've seen the other shit that she's put together that my face is on.
Since I got a 15 like I did when I got the Kenku, does this mean I meet the Kenku again?
No. All right. One from Kratos. Kratos.
Crap tossed.
All right. It's night. Simon, if you want to take a watch or anyone else does, butt in.
You're Yay!
Tommy.
Tommy, we were having such restful nights. Our characters were actually sleeping without having to be awake all night.
It's
We're gonna get
Just because there's an encounter doesn't mean you have to wake up.
also, just because it's an encounter doesn't mean we're gonna have to get into a fight. Meeper could roll some like really super like chill encounter here.
If it's the fucking migraine people again, I'm gonna cry.
here in the
Block my
notoriously dangerous Underdark, you know.
Block might
Simon,
show up.
go and make a perception check, and the defender can make one at disadvantage because they're in Sentinel.
Perception.
Make a what check?
Perception check.
It's the 12 then. Plus, I did it totally wrong. I'm sorry.
You can go into your sheet, and then
Right.
Yeah.
So it'd be. I'm gonna stick with that roll though to be fair.
All right.
Is perception intelligence or wisdom?
It's wisdom.
So it'd be a +5 then, or wait. No, +2. So it's 14.
Okay. Yeah. So Simon, you kind of hear it first, and then Defender, you hear it kind of as you see Simon kind of getting up and looking around and focus your auditory senses a bit more. You kind of hear like this kind of like deep, bassy, almost like clucking noise.
Clucking?
Yeah.
Can I make some kind of check to see if I recognize the type of clucking? Because Tommy's brain immediately goes to cockatrice.
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Can I give him guidance?
Sure.
Oh, cool.
You have guidance?
We have a cleric. I forgot.
I have had guidance this whole time, I think.
Why have you not been using it? It's great.
Hell yeah! It's a 19 with guidance. It's a 19.
All right. Yeah. So
I sure do.
the guidance
Use it.
does help out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor.
You pause for a moment, and then you're like, "Why would chickens be in the Underdark?" Oh, abyssal chickens, of course.
Bissell chickens.
Yep.
Ah, right.
Would I can I roll history or something? Like would I know anything about abyssal chickens?
Yeah. You both can make a nature check to see what exactly you know about abyssal chicken.
Here we go.
So to do the check, do I just click on nature?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long does guidance last? Do I still get to add that D4?
It's the first time, or actually no, it's concentration. I can't remember if it's the first time you.
I'm going
Make the
based off
check.
of Baldur's Gate 3, and I've never played in a campaign with a cleric before, so I don't know.
Catherine says it lasts 1 minute.
It's concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so
No,
that D4.
I just checked though. It says here that
The spell ends.
it's only once though. It's only to one check.
Oh, okay.
If this reads correctly in game, I mean.
It's a cantrip.
So no, you would not add the 3 there,
Okay,
Simon.
then a
Okay,
flat
Simon,
14.
you know that abyssal chickens are like they're kind of like leathery, featherless chickens that are carnivores, and they have mouths instead of beaks. You know that like they're kind of like opportunity feeders. Like they'll attack you if they think you're weak and like edible, but like
Which you are.
they'll ignore you. Like they might not even wander close to you, and otherwise are often used for like they are, oftentimes made into livestock creatures.
That's what I was
they
gonna
can be
say.
Bred and then consumed.
Defender, my new friend, would you care to help me procure some sustenance for our friends?
I will defend your hunger.
Fantastic. and I'm going to go in search of the clucking. I'm gonna try and zero in on those abyssal chickens.
All right, go and make a survival check.
Gonna eat. We're gonna eat good the next night.
I want to be clear. I'm gonna go too, but I'm not gonna go out of eyesight of our friends.
Okay.
16.
Yeah. So let's see here. Here, why don't we have Simon and Defender roll me some d6s?
How many?
Just one each. All right. Yes, so this area is dimly lit by some mushrooms, and it's very, very wide open. So Simon, you kind of look out in the direction of the clucking, and eventually you see kind of like, the kind of odd shape of an abyssal chicken silhouetted against a phosphorescent fungi. Are you going to go over there and look?
I'm gonna go in and shoot it with my gun.
Okay. Go and make a stealth check first.
Fun. I've got some luck points to spend. Give me a sec. Be better, be better, be better, be better, be better. There we go. It's 19. Although I imagine the sound of a firearm being discharged is going to alert the chickens and our party.
Alright. Yeah, roll their perception. Okay, I don't think it has like a plus 15 perception. Alright. Yeah, go and roll to hit. You have advantage.
Very cool. Splendid.
Alright. Yeah, so you see a group of the abyssal chickens. You count out about 5 of them, kind of sneak up within range of your firearm, train your shot, and just it you hit it right in the heart, and it just falls over dead instantly. And the other ones kind of do their clucking and screeching, and you see them flap their kind of like meaty wings, and they all scramble and begin to run away.
How big are abyssal chickens?
They are considered tiny creatures.
Okay, so roughly the size of Cressida. Cressida's eaten good for a month.
Defender casts Revivify on the. No, I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Wonderful. I'm gonna go collect the chicken. I'm gonna spend the rest of my night watch like plucking the feathers and skinning it and stuff before I go to sleep.
All right, it doesn't have feathers,
Oh,
but
joy.
yeah, you'll convert it into essentially one ration worth of food.
Do they have scales?
Nope, they are fleshy
Oh.
and leathery.
Just naked.
Oh, okay.
Yucky.
Okay. Yeah, so everyone wakes up. They're kind of looking around, and they see like a bunch of these weird-looking chicken things flying away, or trying to. They get some good air, but then they have to like land back on the ground, so they're more like big jumpers. And you see Simon with just like this dead, bleeding out one over his shoulder.
I would have caught
And
more.
he just gets ready to turn it into some jerky.
I would have killed more of them, but they seem to be more skittish than I initially thought.
Alrighty. Yes, unless anyone's taking out some night watches, Defender, you can go and make 3 consecutive d20 rolls.
Okay. That means one after the other.
Yeah. All right. About 3 or 4 hours after Simon has his chicken adventure, something does happen. Okay. Let's see here. Defender, go and give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh, I almost did it wrong. Hold on. So I go to this, I click on perception, and click disadvantage.
Okay. Defender, you are kind of in your sentinel mode, scanning, and you're kind of like going left to right, methodically scanning the room, kind of like somewhat non-lucid as you are in your rest state. And as you are going, you like turn right, your party's sleeping, you turn left, you can see the like kind of strung up, being bloodletted abyssal chicken. You turn right and you see your party for a moment, but then you just kind of hear like a popping noise and you see darkness. And it kind of takes you a moment to realize, and you're like turning while it's dark, and then you hear like a kind of like a stretching and then unpopping noise. Uh, and then you see the abyssal chicken is gone.
I immediately stand and I'm full alert. I'm looking around.
All right, you're looking around. You see kind of in a crack in the wall, you see a very large looking octopus kind of clinging to the wall, and like in two of its tentacles, it's holding the abyssal chicken.
Large is a subjective word. When you say large, how big is this octopus really?
Like
Like
it
bigger
is
than a person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's going to pop his shield out, so his arm pops out the shield, and he's going to pop out his sword,
Okay.
and he's going to say very loudly, so hopefully people wake up. Sustenance has been found, and he's going to go towards that octopus.
All right.
Simon rubs his eyes. Oh, I just fell asleep.
Calamari.
Oh, good heavens. Is it initiative time?
Not quite yet. So you make a really loud noise, Defender. You see the octopus just shoot this cloud of ink toward all of you. The area within a 20-foot radius of the octopus, and again, it's on the nearby wall, is now heavily obscured. And you start hearing like fast skittering and suction cup noises. So do you have any features that allow you to see while blinded?
Nope.
Or like if you're in like a cloud of heavy fog?
Nope, I do not.
I see. Does anyone have a feature like that?
Unfortunately, I do not.
I do not. I don't think.
A feature to blow away fog or see through fog.
I can blow away fog.
Does anybody have gust of wind?
Yeah, I have gust.
You have gust?
Yeah, do that.
Do that.
Hang on, I gotta reset.
I can't see my spells for some reason. They're not opening.
There we go.
What do you mean?
Like I'm in spellbook and then I'm clicking prepared and I'm not seeing like it says 17, but I can only see 2 spells right now for some reason. I'm gonna close and reopen my sheet.
Oh, so if you so when you click those, it shows you a list of everything in that group. So like if you click all action, bonus action, reaction, concentration, ritual, and prepared, it's going to
Yeah.
not show any because it has multiples. So unclick everything, like make sure everything except
Okay.
prepared.
Okay, I figured it out. I didn't realize they were all being ticked. Okay, my bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and gust away the fog.
All right, so yeah, you take out the fog, so the rest of you can see the Rocktopus with the abyssal chicken. It's heading for a hole in the wall. I'll let you all take like an action, try and take pot shots or whatever at it.
Gonna
I'm-
shoot at it because it stole the food that I just killed.
Did we roll initiative or?
No, we'll just let anyone who wants to go, but everybody only gets one move.
Gun. The 16 hit.
Yes.
Eat infinite lead.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Is this a full turn or is it just I don't like an opportunity attack?
We'll say it's a full turn, so it takes 11.
Okay.
But I will say it's like on the ceiling above you, so like unless you can jump really high or fly, you're gonna have to use some range.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna bonus action Hemocraft. For Flamey Sword. The damn thing. Holy shit.
Okay.
Can I re-roll that?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to.
piercing.
Oh my god.
Well,
One more.
do you? Oh yeah, you have the piercer.
Are you fucking shitting me?
That's insane. That's actually insane.
It's 8 damage time.
It's fate.
Oh, I do 8. Do I get 2 attacks or just 1?
2. If you have to.
I do. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. It's still up. Who's next on the trying to murder this thing before it can run? Who wants to go now?
How far is between it and the hole it's trying to get to?
It's probably only like 10-15 feet away.
Okay, and how high up to the ceiling is it?
It's about 25 feet.
And how far am I from the hole?
You are probably about 20 feet from the wall underneath the hole.
Okay. So I can't use Spirit Guardians then really for this. I'm going to pick up I'm going to pick up our fairy friend and I'm going to move to beneath the hole, maybe? If the fairy friend's okay with this?
What was your suggestion?
I actually have a suggestion. I can do a moonbeam in front of the hole it's trying to escape to make sure it doesn't. It hurts itself if it does. What do you think of that?
You asking me?
Anyone?
Do it.
I think
Yeah,
it's a
sounds
great
good.
idea.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. I really need to input all my fucking spells, don't I?
Just the ones
For-
you use often.
For my thing, I'd like to cast Toll the Dead on it. I just don't have that on my sheet yet. That's my cantrip.
All right. Yeah, it's wisdom save against your spell save DC.
No, I don't think that's Toll the Dead. Toll the Dead is just a flat damage, I think. Let me double check that.
Target must succeed.
Oh yeah,
wisdom
you're right.
saving throw.
You're right. I apologize.
All right. Well, it rolled an 11, and your spell save DC is 13, so you can roll the 2d12
Okay.
because it is missing hit points.
Max damage, max damage, max damage, max damage. I'm willing it into existence.
Manifesting.
Manifesting.
Not bad.
Not bad. But
That's
not bad.
pretty good.
When he casts Toll the Dead, by the way, he smacks his sword on his shield, and there's just a.
All right. I think we still have a move from Kratos and Cressida.
I haven't,
Oh, and Yen.
unless you're counting my gust.
Oh, I am actually. Yes.
Okay.
Are you counting Cressida's moonbeam as well?
Yeah, I was
Is she
wondering.
committed to the moonbeam?
Yeah, yes, I would like moonbeam.
Okay. So
Before.
yeah, then it's just Kratos.
All right. He went to the bathroom real quick. So bonus action rage, and then throw the.
God, okay. Yeah. Roll to hit.
You
with the
dare
trident.
steal our lunch?
It's the javelin, right? Or is it the trident that's the throw?
The trident.
Trident.
That's what he throws now.
Is that what I do? And then it's. Oh yeah, at advantage. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Cool. What is it? +2?
Yeah.
So good at this character.
I smell your finger.
All right. Yeah. Kratos is like, oh, an octopus, whatever. Nice sleep. Oh, an octopus that's stealing my food, and he just like kicks his heel into the ground, goes into a full standing position, and like fucking Olympic javelin throws this trident right into just both of the octopus's eyes and its brain and dies instantly and just flops on the ground.
I'm so
That's
happy.
amazing.
Simon,
Good job.
Simon is going to go and retrieve the chicken, but he's also, with a foul glint in his glasses, he's going to start butchering the octopus as well.
All right, yeah, you make about 16 rations worth of calamari.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A.
Hell yeah.
What about with the chicken? How much do we have overall with both of the chicken and the...
17.
Oh, it's...
After we kill this thing, Defender reaches down the gullet of the octopus and pulls out the vial-covered, slime-covered chicken carcass and goes to hand it to Simon.
I thought the octopus
It didn't
had
eat
it
it
like
yet. It was just carrying it.
was like wrapped in
away.
its tentacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Fun fact: calamari is my favorite food in real life.
Calamari is fucking delicious. I fucking love calamari.
It is my all-time favorite food.
Octopuses are like the third smartest thing on the planet. I'm gonna be that guy in the group for a moment.
Not smart enough to
Nope,
avoid
they
being
weren't smart enough
killed.
to not get fried.
I'll take the speech center of the brain.
All right. But other than that, the night goes by uneventfully. And it is the next day.
The smarter the animal, the more delicious. That's why humans taste so good.
How will we divide 17 rations amongst 6 people?
I think it's only fair that I get half of all the rations.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I'll
then
get
okay.
you
one
can put
ration.
them
17
into,
rations amongst 5 people because one of them doesn't need to eat.
And I'm much smaller.
What we'll do is we'll just do like 3 each, and then I don't know.
Well, I killed it.
What about
I killed the chicken, so
wait?
Bitch, we're all gonna eat. It's not like someone's gonna
have-
go in your bag to steal it.
I also like
Wait a minute, you got
I
17?
also like the idea that people are gonna fight over this leathery, disgusting chicken thing when there's fucking fresh calamari here.
I was gonna say you got 17 ounces of calamari. We haven't butchered the chicken yet.
17 pounds, I thought.
No, it was 16 of calamari, and then 17 if you consider.
It's 17 rations worth of food total between the chicken and the
Yeah.
calamari.
Oh, okay.
But who cares? Just take 3 and walk. It's fine. We'll put the
Yeah, that
extras
sounds
in a
like a
bag,
plan.
and if you get hungry, you can eat it.
Yeah, I
Calm
don't
down.
think
Honestly, one person can hold them all.
We
don't think-
literally just are constantly together.
I literally can because I have a bag of holding.
There you go. Shove all the fucking calamari in.
I don't think anybody at any point's gonna be like, "Oh, you're starving today because you ran out of rations." Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Literally.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
I'm pretty sure Defender would like defend from your starvation.
Yeah, I think Defender should hold on to the rations actually because
Wait, he can make
wants to
gin,
defend.
or they can make gin. So just like open up the chest
we-
cavity where you've been putting that, and just like store.
No,
The
no,
gin.
it don't work that way.
God damn it! I'm
it
sad.
doesn't work that way.
All right,
I'm not a pantry.
into the briefcase it goes.
Perfect.
One
Happy.
day,
Now everything else in there is gonna
One
smell
day-
like fucking squid.
one day we're like stranded in some snowy mountains with no rations left and nothing to hunt or get for food, and Defender's just like, sacrifices must be made.
You start feeding us to each other.
Sacrifices must be made.
We must resort to cannibalism. It is the
All
only
right.
way.
Do I get a long rest that night or do I not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. It is the next day. Let's go and get an encounter roll from Simon.
Encounter Pog.
Alright. Let's get one from Avery.
Oh fuck.
Okay. The Roctopus's family, intelligent as octopuses are, has come to claim vengeance upon us.
I mean, more rations.
You killed my darling
Watch it be
Daniel.
one
You killed my darling
Watch it
Daniel.
be-
He was going through law school. You bastards.
one of my siblings. Watch, I promise you.
Let's get a d6 from Simon and Defender.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, once again, it's kind of like shoulder to shoulder caverns, and yeah, so you all are like pretty grouped up, right?
Yeah. But I'm
Yar.
Presumably.
Let's get a perception check from everyone at disadvantage.
Cool.
fantastic.
Simon rolled persuasion,
Did I?
but he did roll a nat one anyways, so whatever. 9, 7,
He's gonna
1,
persuade
11,
the darkness away.
9.
No, I'm
Ready
not
to
because
get
I
it
rolled
in.
a nat one. Wow, that sucked across the board.
Okay, wow. You almost didn't make it. It was up to Avery. Oh shit. Avery, you notice everyone's still walking but you kind of sense some like disturbance and vibrations coming from a little bit in front of you.
I tell everyone to stop.
Oh. What is it?
All right. You say, "What is it?" As right in front of you, you see the rock kind of like burst out of the wall, crushing and crumbling noises as you see what appears to be large, like large like
Bullet.
pincers. Or are they pincers? No, these like large kind of chitinous bug-like hands with these huge claws
Umber Hulks.
kind of
Are they
bust their way
hookers?
through the wall. And you see these horrible mandibled faces begin to pop out. What all do you do?
Roll initiative.
How quickly are they emerging from the rock?
Pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
How many?
Would I have time to make like a nature check to see what's going on, to see what they are?
Not really.
I guess I'm just gonna reflexively cast like firebolt or something.
All right.
How many are there?
It seems to be about 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna reflexively cast firebolt.
All right. Well, sounds like
Well, how close to you are they? Like, if you make a range spell within melee, it's gonna not work.
That's a good point.
you're not quite within melee, but you all are pretty close. Go ahead and drag everyone in here. Kratos did not fully heal himself.
Just so you guys know, I do have to go to bed because I got to wake up at 8 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we can start this next time. And call it there.
Fantastic.
Works for me.
Thank you guys a lot for having me.